Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Veterans Memorial Stadium. This evening, we welcome the Trojans from South Houston High School, taking on your Longhorns from J. Frank Dobie High School. Ladies and gentlemen, your attention to the center of the playing field, where delegates from J. Frank Dobie High School are presenting a token of good sportsmanship to delegates from South Houston High School. Making the presentation for J. Frank Dobie High School, we have representing Student Council, Maya Johnson, Morgan Hill, Cullen Ponder, Barbara Senegal, Savannah Pichardo, Alexis Lascano, Sterling James, Saya Johnson, Zandria Williams, Rosa Jimenez, Yasmin Gaines, and Constance Oliver. From the cheerleaders, we have Ariana Bermudez and Aubrey Rodriguez. And representing the band,
What's up, man?
Elana Luna, Ethan Perez, Joaquin Ramirez, and Ethan Perez.
Okay.
And accepting on behalf of South Houston High School from the cheerleaders,
Yeah, no problem.
Saoirse Molina. From the Janettes, Grace Saunier. And from the Trojan band, we have Jaden Pena, Melanie Romero, Erasmo Perez, Sophie Rodriguez, and Ashley Garcia. And representing the Student Council, we have Victoria Lozano, Valerie Resendiz, and Delilah Tovar. Tonight's game is being conducted according to the rules and regulations of the University Interscholastic League. Regardless of the outcome of tonight's game, all of the players have proven their willingness to work and sacrifice in order to achieve athletic excellence.
Welcome to Veterans Memorial Stadium. I'm Dr. Tony Lopez, the proud superintendent of Pasadena ISD. Our players, coaches, and fans are committed to being good sportsmen and playing the Texas way.
I made a commitment to play the Texas way.
That means I play with the control of self.
I will not let my opponent become my enemy.
I will not cheat or cut corners.
I've made a commitment to play the Texas way.
That means I play with the control of self.
I will slow my anger down.
I will act based on my standards.
I've made a commitment to play the Texas way.
That means I play with the spirit of competition.
I will prepare myself inside and out.
I will bounce back when I get knocked down.
I will compete with a passion to be my absolute best.
So my question for you is this.
Will you commit to support me the Texas way?
That means having my back.
It means cheering loudly.
But it doesn't mean putting other people down.
It doesn't mean yelling at the ref.
It doesn't mean letting your passion become a distraction.
My actions are about more than just me.
It's about representing the name on the front of the jersey and the name on the back.
It's about more than a scoreboard.
It's about using sports to become all that I can become.
And have fun while I'm doing it.
I made a commitment to play the Texas way.
We once again want to say thank you for everyone coming out and supporting all of our Pasadena ISD coaches, athletes, and teams that play the Texas way.
We remind all visitors that the possession or the use of any tobacco or alcohol product at Veterans Memorial Stadium is prohibited by law. Vulgar or profane language will not be tolerated. Violators may be subject to ejection from the stadium and may face arrest for any violation of the law. Air horns, bells, or whistles are strictly prohibited in Veterans Memorial Stadium and in all district contests. Spectators and fans are not permitted on the playing field at any time. And we again welcome everyone to Veterans Memorial Stadium, and we hope you enjoy the game. As the official healthcare provider for Pasadena ISD Athletics, Houston Methodist Orthopedics and Sports Medicine treats your athletes with the same world-class trusted by professional athletes with locations close to home in Clear Lake, League City, and right here in Pasadena. And we'd like to say thank you to Dr. Bo Kirkwood for keeping our athletes safe by providing medical coverage for tonight's game. Houston Methodist, leading medicine. Once again, this year, Pasadena ISD will continue to request a moment of silence before each game. Silence dedicated to good sportsmanship, fair play, safe conduct, and the appreciation of our fellow man. Would everyone please rise at this time as we observe that moment of silence, and please remain standing as both of our bands will follow with a presentation of their respective school songs. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, the Trojan Marching Band with the South Houston High School alma mater. Thank you. And now the mighty Longhorn Marching Band with the J. Frank Dobie High School alma mater.
Carl is here. Yeah, he is, man. He is very, very one-tone.
Thank you. You may be seated. We will have our presentation of colors and our national anthem when both teams have returned to the sidelines. And now it is our pleasure to introduce the cheerleaders from both of our schools. Please help me welcome the South Houston High School Varsity Cheerleaders. Freshman Savannah Hernandez. Freshman All-American Dyra Luna. Freshman Kenya Tristan. Sophomore All-American Sersha Molina. Senior co-captain Jocelyn Alvarez. Senior, three-time All-American and captain, Isabel Vasquez. Coaches are Alexis Flores and Fatima Castellon. And at this time, we also like to give a large shout out for our junior highs that are visiting with the South Houston Cheerleaders tonight. Give a round of applause for the South Houston Intermediate Cheerleaders. And we also want to welcome the V.W. Miller Intermediate Cheerleaders. Welcome to tonight's game. Ladies and gentlemen, your South Houston High School varsity cheerleaders. And now introducing your J. Frank Dobie varsity cheerleaders. Sophomore UCA All-American Natalie Elkins. Sophomore Maya Sanders. Junior Kiana Davis. Junior UCA All-American Cullen Ponder.
I'll do what I gotta do. I can make it work.
Junior UCA All-American Aubrey Rodriguez.
Yep.
Junior UCA All-American Adriana Bermudez. Sophomore UCA All-American Bella Sherwood. Sophomore UCA All-American Zadie Batterby. Junior Maylene Rodriguez. Sophomore Alyssa Rodriguez. Senior UCA All-American Lexi Martinez. Senior UCA All-American and your captain, Linnea Fonseca. Senior Amira Caraway. Sophomore UCA All-American, Vita Sosa. Senior Isabella Avila. And sophomore UCA All-American, Yasleen Brown. And the cheerleaders would like to say thank you to the Junior Air Force ROTC for running the flags tonight. And the coaches are Sarah Young and Jasmine Guerrero. Ladies and gentlemen, the J. Frank Dobie High School varsity cheerleaders. And tonight's game is being broadcast by the Legacy Sports Network. Be sure to visit their website to listen to this game and to other games from around the greater Houston area. The Legacy Sports Network is online at lsnsports.com. That's Legacy Sports Network. And you can catch tonight's game and any other games being played here at Veterans Memorial Stadium, streaming live on YouTube. Just search Pasadena ISD Athletics, and there you can catch all of the Pasadena ISD games being broadcast live. And for those of you that are watching tonight, we welcome you to tonight's game.
What's up, boss man? How's it going? Oh, you know it's going good. You doing all right today?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sorry about last week, man. I was going through the
Oh, you're good, man. Grab the water, man. Take your time. We're in no hurry, man. Get you a couple of slices of pizza. Here, go ahead, man. There you go. No, ma'am, I'm set. I appreciate you. Thank you. Oh, it's awesome. Good ambiance. Yeah, right. I understand.
All right, Longhorn fans, let's make some noise for your Longhorns.
Yeah. So, Mark, man, they got their quarterback back. Baker. I didn't know this. He was new for a year. They just okay. So he's gonna come back in. Coach said he rotated his wrist. And I guess evidently he didn't. There's nothing like that.
Ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you please rise as the colors are presented on the playing field. The colors are proudly being presented tonight by the cadets of the United States Air Force Junior ROTC from J. Frank Dobie High School. Cadet Technical Sergeant Fernanda Sorto Flores. Cadet Second Lieutenant Marin Hernandez Lopez. Cadet Master Sergeant Monica Luna. Cadet Master Sergeant Ariana Laverne, and Cadet First Lieutenant Ashby Caneff. Please place your right hand over your heart in salute. Gentlemen, please remove all headwear and hold your salute until the Dobie High School Choir has finished singing our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red clouds bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
May God bless America. And we want to say thank you to the Dobie High School Choir for singing our national anthem. The choir is under the direction of Tyler Ruberg. Say thank you to tonight's officials from TASO, the Texas Association of Sports Officials, for officiating tonight's game. South Houston High School will receive tonight's opening kickoff, and Dobie will defend the south end zone.
You ready? Let's go! Yeah! For those of you that want to know what we're all about, it's like this, y'all. This is 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, and 100% reason to remember the name. Fort Minor.
Testing. Testing.
All right, Shea Brown, Gentry Williams, here we go. We're getting ready for tonight's contest as we're in the first quarter. Sorry about the technical difficulties there. If you missed it, well, you missed a lot. I thought it was a great pregame, and then all of a sudden here we are, right?
That's right.
But anyway, hey, pregame is pregame, but game time is what's really important, right? We're not talking about practice or pregame. We're talking game time, baby. So here we go, right? So it's going to be South Houston to start. We're going to get the ball at the 45-yard line, and this game is underway. Good field position for South Houston as we get this ball rolling. It's going to be a shotgun formation, 2 receivers to the right, 1 in motion, and it's going to be a handoff. Buckner, he's going to get it, and he is going to lead the charge up to midfield. Pick up a 5. Nice start for the Trojans.
And yeah, in pregame, Shane, you was talking about Buckner just being one of the more physical tailbacks in the entire district. And there he is getting things started early on for the South Houston offense. And also they're bringing in Lakeith Baker. We talked about him in pregame, one of the newcomer in district play last year, getting a start here tonight. They're getting a lot of their talent back, so it should be an exciting game here for South Houston.
Three receivers to the right, and it looks like it's going to be a free play. Baker going to try and take advantage of it. Looking to the left side, pass is incomplete, intended for Mekhi Cowart, but it's going to be offsides against the Longhorns, and that should be 5 yards and a first down for South Houston. Let's see what that call is going to be. Yep, move the chains. That's good for a first down there in Longhorn territory. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
And is it good to have your starting quarterback back, a guy that understands cadence, a guy that's been watching film. He played against Dobie last year. He knows that they really like to fire off on the football, so he comes out first quarter, drawing them off sides with a good hard count.
This Longhorn defense, that is one thing, and we'll talk about it statistically. They love to pin their ears back, and they love to rush the quarterback. They're going to be extremely aggressive, and sometimes too aggressive. Buckner with the ball, and he's going to get up to the 45-yard line. Powell moves a little bit and maybe get him down to the 40-yard line, rather. So second down and 5, and another 5-yard pickup by the junior running back.
Yeah, just running behind his pass and behind his big offensive line of the Trojans, and he's just an old school throwback back. Reminds me a little bit of Jerome Bettis, just that bigger running back that's going to be tough for the second and third level defenders to bring down.
So now it's Baker in the gun. Receivers to either side. That's going to be a handoff and taken in on the left side of the line behind the guard. That's number 11, Jacoby Mayberry. Looks like it's going to be where they're going to spot him. They give him maybe about a yard. It looks like it's going to bring up a 3rd down and 4 for the Trojans.
Yeah, Mayberry, he's more of a change of pace back, kind of like a thunder and lightning combo. You hit him with the power back, come in with the speed back, just to give the defense a change of pace. It's kind of like a pitcher who throws a fastball and a curveball. That's what you want to do when you have a multitude of tailbacks.
Buckner got the quick breather. He's back in the game. He's to the right of Baker. 2 receivers to the light, tight left. Fake handoff, rolling right, looking, and a nice dump off at the 35 to the 30 and across the 30 to about the 27. Pass complete to Noah Urias, the two-way player, and you'll hear a lot out of him on both sides of the football. He's got the completion, and the Trojans are moving.
Yeah, Trojans are moving. That's early on Lakeith Baker. That's what he does best, getting outside the pocket, making his good reads. He's such a threat with his legs that you have to respect it, and that leaves his weapons wide open down the field.
So now we've got 2 receivers out. Wide left is Anderson. Wide right is Cowart. And it's going to be a handoff. Buckner around the left side, and he's going to cut outside and be dropped at about the 20-yard line. Nice run by Buckner again, and it looks like it's going to be a 2nd down and short for the Trojans.
So we're seeing 4 inside zone plays, and what that tells me is that they really is going to lean behind Allen Bello, the center, and that time he did a great job climbing to the 2nd level and sealing off that inside linebacker is going to get a timeout by Dobie.
Coach Fitzmaurice, I'm telling you what, he's going to do what he can to stop this early momentum that the Trojans have, and as we mentioned, Gentry, the Trojans come in 0-6 in the season and 0-4 in district, and then when you look at them statistically, the struggle has been real for them offensively. They've only been able to muster 47 points in this season. So having someone like Lakeith Baker and be able to move the ball like that this early in the contest says a lot, because you take a look at it. They scored 20 points in their very first game in a loss to Baytown Lee. Since then, 0, 8, 6, 7, and 6.
Wow.
So this definitely is a spark plug that, a spark that number 4 is providing.
Yeah, he's providing a tremendous spark for this Trojan offense, and he opens up the entire offensive playbook. He's very familiar with it. He understands his reads. He's been there. He started last year as a sophomore for South Houston. Got a chance to see him play. So good opportunity for the Trojans.
It's going to be a handoff. Buckner this time is going to try the right side of the line. He's going to get up to about the 15-yard line, and that's going to be good enough for another Trojan first down, a drive that's gone on for nearly 3 minutes here in the opening minutes of this contest. And the Trojans are just absolutely moving down the field, and so far the Longhorns have no answer for any of it.
Yeah, this is very uncharacteristic of the Longhorns. They usually get attacked in different areas of their defense, but they're going right into the strength of the Longhorn defense, right up the middle.
Absolutely. Buckner again, he's to the right, and he's going to get the ball again. He is a workhorse. Cuts around the left side, tries to get out to the right side, gets to the 10-yard line. Desmond Talib there on the stop. It's very interesting. Coach Fitzmaurice, I said, so how do you stop Buckner? He says, grab and hang on. And it's just about right because, you see them last week when they're playing, Pearland Dawson. It probably took 3-4 Eagles just to get him down, and he's getting up to that second and third level, and it's just it's amazing. And you think a guy like that would be such a plotter, but he actually has some decent wheels.
That's right.
When he gets down the field.
Yeah, he's very quick, very agile, and you seen on that last play just how quick he is on his feet.
Baker's going to be a quarterback keeper all the way, and they're going to give him forward progress to the 10-yard line. Not going to be much of a gain at all for Baker. 7:52 clock running on this opening drive, and we've got a third down now for the Trojans.
Yeah, one of the captains, Rashad Howard, just came in there, made the play, blew that entire plate up in the backfield, and it looks like there was a little miscommunication on Baker and Mayberry in the backfield as well. So great play by the captain.
So now it's a third down, and it looks like we're going to go with 3 backs in the backfield. That's going to be Urias along with Mayberry and Buckner. They like this in short yardage situations. Oh, my. And just like that, Mr. Mayberry, let me introduce you to number 37, Orlando Gomez, who just got through the line and dropped Mayberry immediately when he got that ball.
Yeah, Gomez read that one like a book. He was in the backfield and made a heck of a play, and a great job there at the point of attack by the Dobie defense.
Absolutely. So now it's 4th down, and it looks like that South Houston is going to try a field goal. So out to take the kick is going to be William Cruz. Cruz is looks like it's going to be about a 31-yard attempt. It's going to be Mayberry with the hold. And it's a bobbled snap, and Cruz is going to get it and be driven back to the 30-yard line. And what an unfortunate turn of events. A great drive, stalls, and then the missed snap, and you have nothing to show for it.
Special teams, that could be the biggest difference of a game. They could turn the entire momentum of a game. Nick Saban talks about it all the time, but if you don't execute on special teams, it can really change the dynamic of an entire game.
We're going to take a quick timeout. It's 22-6A football on the Legacy Sports Network. Shane Brown, Jen J. Williams here at Pasadena ISD's Veterans Memorial Stadium, District 22 6A action. Longhorns on homecoming night with their first possession of the game with 6:15 remaining in the period. And I got to tell you, if you're the Longhorns, you feel fortunate that you're not down on the scoreboard.
Yeah, you feel very fortunate. That was a great drive put together by the offense of South Houston. Now the offense have to capitalize it on this opportunity.
It's going to be a jet sweep. That's Hodges around the right side. Hodges in the open territory to the 40. Wow. He's to the 30. He's to the 20, to the 10, to the house. Touchdown Longhorns. Number 3, Marcus Jones. My goodness.
Yeah, my goodness is the best way to put it. He hit a boost, an acceleration boost right around the 35, 40-yard line, and it was just like he just hit another gear that no one else could catch up to him. I thought they was going to track him down, but that was just an elite level speed. Nice jet sweep there, got on the outside, and just outran all the defenders all the way to the end zone. What a play.
Marcus Jones has got wheels, and, buddy, he really put them on display right there. Here comes the point after attempt. Kick is up, and it's going to be good. And just like that, the Longhorns take the early 7-0 lead with 5:48 remaining in the first quarter. Let's take a look at this instant replay brought to you by Raising Cane's.
Yeah, look at the great block there by DeMarcus Hodges. Just flatlined this guy, and that's what sprung Jones open there, and just the speed. Several Trojans around him, but just outran everybody. What a play by the young man.
Excellent. And for the Longhorns, they take that early lead. Again, it's 7-0 Longhorns in the first quarter. You're watching 22-6A football on the Legacy Sports Network.
We'd like to take this opportunity to thank our major sponsors for this year. Our gold level sponsor is Gaspit Law Firm, and our silver level sponsor is Chevron, the Pasadena Refinery. Houston Methodist. Educators Federal Credit Union. All right, bro. Pasadena ISD Education Foundation. We thank you for your continued support. Pasadena ISD.
So the Trojans in their opening drive, 5 minutes and 45 seconds to get down the field, and then on a long snap that's misplayed and they get nothing out of it. For the Longhorns, they get a quick score. They get it done in approximately 27 seconds, and they've got the lead just like that, 7-0 on a 70-yard run, courtesy of number 3 Marcus Jones. And now let's see how South Houston responds with their second drive of the half.
Yeah, and this is an opportunity for South Houston. You know, in every game, this is how you continue to build your team. You're going to face some adversity. Things are not going to go your way. You're going to put together good drives, and unfortunate things are going to happen. But it's how you answer those unfortunate things in the game is how you get better as a ball club.
36-yard line is where they are going to start. They've talked to the coaches at Coach Mayberry, and they're going to come out and see what they can do with the ball for the second time in the half. Wide right, that's going to be Anderson, as it's going to be Buckner to the left of Baker. Wide receiver wide left, tight end. Baker gets the quick out, and it's complete across the 40. It breaks a tackle, 45, and across midfield to the 47-yard line. Urias with his second reception and move the chains. First down and 10 for the Trojans.
And that's the beauty of having a great run game. What it does, it relaxes the defense. It gets them over pursuing the run game. That time you caught the second level flat-footed and really taking a step forward for that run game, and you was able to get Urias out in a flat route for a good first down.
One thing we've seen, as you mentioned, the flat areas right outside those numbers, the Longhorns have been exposed multiple times with that because of the 4-3 defense that they run. Let's see if South Houston can continue to take advantage of that, but why do you need to worry about the flats when you got Buckner? Hand off to that tank. He gets over to about the 45-yard line. It's going to be second down and about a short 6.
Yeah, Buckner, he just runs so hard, and he's so low to the ground. Wide frame is just tough for a defense to bring him down, and they run him on these inside zone plays where you're getting a double team block, and then they're climbing to the second level, and then you have Buckner coming in behind that. It makes it tough on a defense to bring a guy like that down.
Buckner on the left side of Baker, 2 receivers to the left now, 1 to the right, again tight, just off the line. And it's going to be a receiver in motion. It's Anderson. Hand off to Buckner. He's going to take it around the left guard. He's going to be met immediately, and he's going to go nowhere. One of the rare times that he hasn't gotten positive yardage, but he's brought down. Actually, they're going to say he lost a couple. Going to bring it back all the way back to the 46-yard line. He lost a 1. Well, now, so the down marker moves back 3 yards, and now he goes back to the original line of scrimmage, 45-yard line. Making me look bad. Third down and 6 now for South Houston.
Yeah, they look like they had a little miscommunication there, but a heck of a play by David Ayumang, and that's how you stop a big back with your D-line.
Baker in the gun, looks right. He's going to throw right, and it's nearly intercepted, but caught at the 40 and down at the 39-yard line and brought down immediately. Pass is complete, but it looks like forward progress is going to get him down to the 39, and that's good for a Trojan first down. Number 7, Rashad Howard on the tackle.
Yeah, nice tackle by Rashad Howard, but what a throw by Lakeith Baker. Talking about splitting the seams, he put that one right on the money, only where his guy could catch it, and it looked like for a second Rashad Howard was going to take it the other way, but huge first down here for South Houston to continue to move the chains.
3:28 clock running, play clock down to 8 seconds. They are really not in a hurry to snap the ball. They are very methodical in what they do. Play clock down to 2. Baker, it's going to be a rollout to the left, looking, and passes incomplete, giving chase. Number 82, Nathan Zavala. Zavala, second in the district in quarterback hurries with 15, can get after the quarterback like nobody's business.
Yeah, Zavala, he plays with a sense of urgency as a pass rusher. He never takes a play off. He plays hard every single play, and that's how you get so many pressures on the quarterback. You just cause havoc because you're just going after it, play in and play out. And what a play there and disrupting the pass play.
Again, they do get after the quarterback quite well. We said that Zavala, second in the district in hurries. The number 1 player, that's Angabang, number
Yeah.
11, with 23 hurries for the Longhorns. So they definitely can get after the quarterback. 3 receivers to right, Buckner in motion, and it's going to be a quick pass to number 10 across the 35 down to the 31-yard line, complete to Xavier Muhammad, the big tight end that you mentioned, a large target, and that's good for positive yards.
Yeah, Xavier Muhammad, he's listed as one of the top prospects in next year's class, and you see why. Just a big frame guy, around 6'5", 6'6", also plays defensive end. And you just got to get players like that to football as much as you can. That time, a good tunnel screen, utilizing the defense's over-aggressiveness to get behind those pass rushing ends.
So 3rd down and 3. It's going to be Buckner on the right side and Baker again in the gun. Handoff to Buckner, going to try and get around the left side, but he's not going to go very far. It looks like they're going to stop him right at about the 31-yard line. Maybe a yard on that play. It's going to bring up a 4th down and short, and I have to guess you are going to be going for it if you're Coach Mayberry in this situation.
Yeah, you're definitely going to go for it, and I wouldn't be surprised if they hang this one off to Jaden Belkner. He's been picking up minimum, at least getting back to the line of scrimmage, but he's been doing a good job consistently getting 3 to 4 yards, sometimes 5 yards. I wouldn't be shocked either if you see Lakeith Baker pull the ball and get around the edge and make a play with his legs.
If I'm counting these correctly, Buckner already has 8 carries, and he is a workhorse. And it's going to be a miss snap. Baker on a quarterback keeper, and he's going to lose the ball. And let's see, do the Longhorns have it?
Yeah.
And indeed they do. Baker tried to move his feet before he actually got a hold of the ball in that snap and fumbles the ball. It looks like it was a panic play. He picks it up, tries to make a play with it, loses the ball, and the Longhorns, with a break, get the fumble recovery. They take over 1st down and 10 at their own 29-yard line with 1:42 remaining in the first.
Yeah, it's just been a story to gain these snaps. They got to get control of these snaps. This is causing them field position.
So now it's going to be Hodges around the left side, and he's going to get it to the secondary, breaking a tackle, breaking a second tackle, and dropped at the 50-yard line. Hodges brought down by number 5, Joel Flores. 1st down and 10 for the Longhorns.
Nice sweep play there by Hodges, but yards after contact is where Hodges really excels. He was hit right around the 38-yard line, but he just kept trucking and moving those legs and tossing Trojans off of him. He's one of the best running backs I've seen all year long. This guy just finds a way to get it done.
2nd in the district in rushing with 821 yards coming into the contest, and he's going to add to it right here. Cuts up the field across the 45 to the 40-yard line. See if they stop him at the 40, and they're going to get it just inside the 40-yard line. Nice pickup, 2nd down and short for the Horns.
Yeah, Nathaniel Belleville, one of the more physical tight ends in the entire district, did a great job of lead blocking and just kicking out the defensive end there to spring Hodges open. Great blocking there by the big fella.
So now we've got 2 receivers to the left. We got 2 to the right. Hodges now in a slot to the near side here. In the gun, dropping back, looking left, throwing left, complete to the 35-yard line, up to the 31, the 30, and cutting across the field, 25-yard line, and tipsy-doodling all the way through the 20 to the 18-yard line. Nolan Thomas, with his 10th reception on the season, moved the chains. 1st down and 10 for the Longhorns.
Reliable. That's why I'm going to start calling Mr. Thomas. He's just very reliable. I know he doesn't have very many targets on the year, but anytime they looked his way, he seems to make a play with his opportunity.
The guy got about a 14-yard gain, around about 40 yards to make it. But he's got it. 1st down and 10 for the Horns. And now it looks like a play stopped, and we are going to have a timeout called by South Houston. We're going to take a timeout as well, as we have reached the end of the first quarter. Or the first quarter's in the books. 7-0 Longhorns.
Or him. Like everyone, a sprain, tear, or nagging ache can set you back. Until your expert orthopedic team.
Family owned and operated, Top Dog Fireworks has 14 locations in the greater Houston area. Go to TopDogFireworks.com to find a location near you. Top Dog Fireworks supports the community and wishes local high school athletes best of luck. Make memories and strive for your goals. Top Dog Fireworks, sailing the boom. Well, First period in the books, and the Longhorns have a
Ladies and gentlemen,
7-0 lead, and they are driving here
south
in the
end zone.
second quarter. Shane Brown along with Gentray Williams, and I tell you what, Fitzmaurice is on the field, and he's not happy about something.
Yeah, I'm curious.
And ladies
to
and
see,
gentlemen, please join me in congratulating our
why
PISD
he seems upset.
Education
Maybe
Foundation
the
scoreboard
timeout was
shout-out
called
scholarship
prior
winners.
to the inner quarter, and I'm not sure, but he's definitely
Our
not happy
scholarship
about
winners
something. And
tonight
they're going to have to
from
reverse
J.
field, maybe
Frank
changes
Dobie
the
High
play call
School.
a little bit here for
Kathleen
Dobie, but
Baines.
yeah, Fitzmaurice is definitely not happy about the way
from
that turned
South
out.
Houston High
Something
School.
going on. Now that'll be interesting to find out. But
America
he's still
Lira.
going at it. He's giving somebody something.
Thank you to Best Liquidations for sponsoring these scholarships.
Man,
tonight.
I'm going to tell you what,
Appreciate
that
their
young
commitment
man
to the
down there by the
ISD community and willingness to give back to our students. Joining them on the field tonight are Dr. Tony Lopez, Pasadena ISD Superintendent, Emily Ontiveros, Executive Director of the Pasadena ISD Education Foundation, and Patty Bockins, President of the Pasadena ISD Education Foundation. Also, we have Principal of Dobie High School, Carrie Sink, Principal of South Houston High School, Jennifer Stewart, and Associate Superintendent Stacy Barber, and Jeremy Richardson, Chief of Staff. Thank you to Best Liquidations and to everyone who participated in this year's Pasadena ISD Education Foundation Scoreboard Shout-Out Campaign. And once again, congratulations to Caitlin Baines and America Lira.
And it's very interesting with a homecoming game. You talked to both coaches about it. It was very interesting. I asked Coach Mayberry if it was different. Does it make you mad being somebody's homecoming game? He said, back in the day when I played, it used to. He said,
Yes.
but these kids know each other so much. It's like it's not really that much of a big deal anymore. Fitzmaurice, he had a comment about that. I'm going to give it to you a little bit later. It was pretty hilarious when he was talking about it. So we start off. It's going to be Taylor. He's going to get around the left side, and he's going to get some positive yardage up to about the 16-yard line. Let's see, going to be, or correction, about the 18-yard line. Going to pick up of about 2, second down and 8.
Yeah, great tackle there by the outside corner, number 7, Roderick Anderson. Just lowered his pass, and they was able to bring him down. But good job again also by the defensive end, number 2, Mackie Howard, just still on the edge and not allowing that to spring forward.
So second down now. Longhorns are driving with 11:27 remaining. We're early into this second period. Now under center is Hernandez. Hernandez with a handoff around the right side, cutting up is Hodges. Hodges across the 15. They're going to stop him right at about the 13-yard line. It's going to bring up a third down and very manageable for the Longhorns.
Yeah, right now the Longhorns, again, just establishing their run game. This is, I'm excited to see Dobie getting back to their foundation, just running the football, being a physical team, allowing their line to fire off every single play, create the physicality up front, and they're putting together a nice first half so far.
So now it's Hodges alone in the backfield. It's a tight formation. Hernandez is under center. 13 remaining on the play clock. Jones in motion. Hernandez, handoff, and right up the middle is Hodges across the 10-yard line and nearly into the end zone, stopped at the 3. First down and goal for the Longhorns. They're knocking on the door again.
Yeah, again, man, I'm just Nathaniel Belleville. He does all the dirty work. He doesn't, get the ball too much, but whenever his number is called as a lead blocker, he lays a boom. That time he cleaned out that second-level linebacker and sprung Hodges open.
So Hodges going to get a breather. Belleville in the backfield. Hernandez under center, and it's going to be a handoff, and Taylor, did he get in? He did. Touchdown Longhorns.
Wow, man. I mean, hopefully everybody was watching Belleville again. He's fired up. He knows, he's creating a way for these tailbacks. What a good job there from number 9, Taylor, following the lead block. But Belleville, he is bringing it to that linebacker and making him have a long night.
So the Longhorns now have a 13-0 lead, point after pending, and a nice drive by the Longhorns. Snap, hold, kick, and that one's right down Broadway. 14-0, Longhorns with the lead. We'll take a timeout. It's 22-6A football on the Legacy Sports Network. That drive, 71 yards, and it took all of 3 minutes and 48 seconds in Longhorns, as it was number 9, Adrian Taylor, with a 3-yard touchdown run, and the Longhorns lead it 14-0. Got tickets you can't use? Let Quick Assist help. One app lists your tickets on every marketplace simultaneously and takes the hassle out of reselling your tickets. Download the app today by scanning the QR code on the website. Quick Assist, ASYST, your ticket everywhere. Longhorn set to kick off. Going to be a kick taken by the up man at about the 20-yard line. Trying to find somewhere to go and finds nowhere is Anderson. So at the 20-yard line is where the Trojans will start, first down and 10.
Yeah, Jared Andrews, he came down with very physical play there. He hit the blocker, and that blocker went back into Anderson and knocked him off the block, but just great physical play. I'm very impressed with the physicality that the Longhorns are playing with here in the first half, running the football. This defensive line, they woke up after that first drive, so great first half. If they could continue to put this together, they can definitely make a run to the playoffs.
So now here comes Zakee Baker, who has shown the flashes of the player that he was, but he's also shown the rust too, with a couple of plays and the bumbled snap that ended up becoming a turnover with the fumble that led to that second score for the Longhorns. So I'm sure as Baker gets in this game, if it gets more of the rust knocked off, he's even going to be more effective. But here's a man carrying 3 Longhorns with him. My goodness, again, Jaden Bruckner picks up about 3 hard yards right there, and it's going to be second down.
Yeah, it reminds me so much of the old Ohio State and kind of how Michigan used to play, just at 3 yards in a cloud of dust, physical tailback running behind his offensive line. And to your point about Baker, we seen the same thing with like Mateer at Oklahoma when he came back, just wasn't himself. It takes a little time to get back in the game flow.
So now it's going to be Buckner in motion, and it's going to be a quick pass out to number 2, complete, Mekhi Coward. I will tell you, I think it's a very smart move, and you're seeing a lot of this. They're attacking the flats, which we talked about, right, where Dobie can be exposed, but they're doing a great job of letting Baker get the ball out quick so that those pass rushers cannot get in and give him pressure. That's a great job by Coach Mayberry.
Yeah, Coach Mayberry does a great job of offensive game planning. He understands what he's going against in this edge rush here at Dobie. So great point there, Shane. Just getting the ball out quick, trying to attack the flats, and it's putting themselves in position to make plays.
Now it's going to be a quarterback keeper all the way. Baker is going to get across the 30-yard line, and that's going to be good enough for a first down. Move the chains. Trojans first down and 10 at the 31.
Yeah, that's the part of Zakee Baker game that can be all the difference for this Trojan offense. They haven't really utilized him too much, but he is such a dynamic runner in the open field and utilizing his legs. He puts a defense at a tough situation because he's also a really good passer and understands concepts of getting the ball out of his hands.
Well, you talked about it's almost like the run the run option.
Yeah.
And if if it's not Baker, and if you key on him, or if you key on Buckner rather, Baker with that speed is going to take off.
That's right.
And really expose you. Baker, he's going to straight hand off to Buckner. Buckner right up the middle, and the pile gets stopped at about the 34-yard line, 33-yard line. 2 yards and second down and 8. Yeah. And it looks like we have got a timeout on the field. And we're going to take a quick timeout. We've got an injury timeout courtesy of Methodist Clear Lake Hospital. It's 22-6A football on the Legacy Sports Network.
Hear from Mr. Noah Urias. We hope he's okay.
The two-way specialist, Noah Urias, was a player that's injured. Good news is walking out under his own power But if you take a look at it, you don't have a lot of players to spare.
That's right.
You definitely don't have the room to spare to lose a quality player like Noah Urias.
Yeah, and it is very unfortunate for the Trojans right now. As you listen, Shane, just not the biggest roster. They, list probably have about 30 guys on the sideline, and there's guys over there. There's in street clothes already. So that's a part of it when you have such a small team. Guys going both ways. It just a wear and tear of a season. You're going to see guys start getting nings and knacks here and there. So this is a very tough group, and they're just pushing through.
Well, hopefully we'll see Urias back on the field soon, but in the meantime, it's Baker in the gun, and it looks like he's going to get another free play, and he's going to try and take advantage of it. Again, the target was Makai Cowart, but it goes incomplete, but it's going to be the second pre-snap penalty against the Longhorns, offsides, and it looks like that's going to bring up a very third and short for the Trojans.
Good opportunity here, but Makai Howard, whenever he gets chances, obviously, I like to see him continue to work on his route running and his explosion off the line of scrimmage. The ball was put in the spot, so I felt like he could possibly made a play. Once he continues to develop that route running and just that understanding of how to attack a defender, you might be able to also get a pass interference call in a situation like that.
And again, I think it has a lot to do repetition between Baker and Cowart. They've got to get out there and really get used to each other, and you're really seeing a lot of that aforementioned rust. Buckner around the left side. He's got some clearance, and he's across the 50-yard line and brought down in the secondary by number 7, Rashad Howard. But that's good for another Trojan first down as they are now in Longhorn territory.
Man, what a run there from Buckner. He's so quick. He has very quick feet, and he's one of those guys that's just going to be tough to bring down. Once he gets to second level, nobody's around him. I feel bad for those corners who's left on the island along with him.
I'm really just impressed that Rashad is able to get an open field tackle and one man can bring him down.
That's right.
That speaks a lot to the strength of Howard. Buckner, again, gets the ball, and again, Howard is right there to meet him as he gets across the 48-yard line down to the 47. It's going to be a second down for the Trojans. Again, Buckner, he's going to get a break. Well-deserved one for that young man. As we've got a second down and 8 for the Trojans. 6:33 remaining in the half in a 14-0 game with the Longhorns in the lead. Now it's going to be Baker in the gun. He's got trips to the right. He's got one to the left. And he's going to look, and it's going to be a screen across the middle and across the 40, right at the 40-yard line. Pass complete to Mayberry, and it's going to bring up a third and short. A nice play. And I tell you what, we've seen a couple of those under routes, again, taking advantage of the aggressiveness of that defensive line of Dobie.
Yeah, Dobie defense line, they like to fire off and they like to get after the quarterback. You got two of the top leading rushers in quarterback hurries. So what you do to counter that is have a lot of screens to go behind their head. And that's how you slow that pass rush down, get them second guess and try. So, you can continue to run your offense and hopefully they don't tee off on your quarterback.
Buckner again remains on the sidelines. Receivers to either side. Baker is going to give a handoff and straight ahead and going nowhere fast. My goodness, that's Mayberry. And I tell you what, those are just two diametrically opposed runners right there. And really, no gain. It's going to be a fourth down. And we've got an injured player again on the field, another Trojan down. We'll take a quick timeout on the Legacy Sports Network. That's junior lineman number 74, Nicholas Mahano. Looks like they were taking a look at his left knee. He's going to get a little bit of assistance as he walks off gingerly. Hopefully this young man also will be back. Again, another player that you can ill afford to lose if you're the Longhorns. Your broadcast home for Houston High School Athletics since 2008, building a legacy one game at a time. It is the Legacy Sports Network. Shane Brown, Gentray Williams. 4th and short as we get ready to resume play, and the Trojans, with 5:23 remaining in this half, really could use a score to keep themselves in this contest.
Yeah, this is a great 4th and 1 opportunity here for the Trojans, and they definitely need a score to keep things interesting here. Their offense, they don't really get too many opportunities. How methodical they are. So,
they're going to try the tush push, and it doesn't look like they're going to get. Coach Fitzmaurice doing everything he can to help the linesman with the spot, running out there with him. Let's see where they're going to give him progress to. I don't think he made it.
From up here, it looks like he lost some yards almost. He was brought down pretty quickly in the backfield. But what a defensive stand by this Dobie defense. And this is the confidence that this team needs, because coming into this year, a lot of expectations for Dobie, a lot of returning talent, have one of the best running backs in the city. So great job here by the defense, getting the offense off the football field. And this is huge for Dobie and their confidence going forward.
So they nearly had the ball for nearly 5 minutes, and they completed, they did 29 over 39 yards, and yet a turnover on downs. And now Hodges, he's getting the ball, and he is going to take it to the house. My goodness, DeMarcus Hodges, 60-yard touchdown run. Longhorns lead at 20-0.
Man, this kid, he is at the next level. He has all the juice in the world. He's just a playmaker. Give the ball space, and he tends to make a lot of things happen. Great blocking also by the perimeter and the left tackle, but that was Hodges just turning on the Jets.
So Hodges with his 12th touchdown run of the season. He came into the game averaging 7.7 yards a carry. Needless to say, that average just went up a little bit. And just like that, again, boom, Longhorns score with explosiveness as they are now leading the game 21-0. Take a look at this instant replay brought to you by Raising Cane's.
Yeah, watch the left tackle on this play. Just going to get a great seal, and then Hodges just outruns about 4 Trojans, and great down the field blocking by Marcus Jones as well. This entire Dobie Longhorn team, you could tell that these guys are very close-knit. The way you see guys blocking down the field and doing things for each other. You've seen Hodges springing Jones open. That time you've seen Jones springing Hodges open. Great teamwork by the Longhorns.
As your hometown community dealership, Texas Buick GMC is the place for all your vehicle needs. Whether you need service parts or in the market for a new or pre-owned vehicle, we've got you covered. Plus, many of our sales specialists also speak Spanish and accept ITNs and passports. No license needed. Ask about our low APR finance rates and low lease payments on trucks, SUVs, and EV vehicles. I'd love to buy your vehicle even if you don't want to buy from us. That's all at Texas Buick GMC. We hear you. Longhorns set to kick off. They have had 3 touchdowns, a 70-yard run and an end around by number 3 Marcus Jones, a 60-yard touchdown run by Marcus Hodges, and a 3-yard run by Adrian Taylor, and it's just been all Longhorns on the ground, as now with a bumbled kickoff, it's going to be some bad territory starting position for the Trojans.
Yeah, this is not, this is just going to be tough for the Trojans offense. The best case scenario for them right now is they can try to get an explosive, but at the same time, I don't know if they want to give Dobie the ball back with so much time left on the clock. So the way that their offense operates, if they can matriculate themselves down the field and get some points on the board, now Dobie does get in the second half, that'd be their best case scenario. Try to take this clock down and don't allow Dobie offense to touch the field.
Longhorns have had 3 drives, one with 3.5 minutes. That was their longest one. This last one took all of 15 seconds.
Oh, man.
And then the Jones one was about 38 seconds because that was 2 plays. Screen pass underneath. It's complete. Across the 20 to the 23-yard line. It's going to be a very manageable second down for the Trojans as they are driving with their 4th possession of the half.
Yeah, I liked how they hit the little screenplay out to big Jaden Baker, just getting him the ball in space without him trying to run over guys and run over defensive linemen. That is like the 5th screen call we've seen so far from South Houston. That's definitely a point of emphasis they made this week to try to get these aggressive defensive ends out of position.
It's going to be 3 receivers to the left. It's going to be 1 to the right. Baker is going to throw right, and we've got flags on the play. Looks like it's going to be illegal procedure against the Trojans. It's going to be their first penalty of the game. Move it back 5 yards and remain second down. Of course, as we mentioned, we've got 22 6A action tonight. Alvin's going to be over at Manville this evening. We've got Rayburn. They're at Pearland Dawson. Last night, the Pearland Oilers, they dispatched of the Mavericks from Memorial 48-0 to remain undefeated on the season in district play and undefeated in the season as they move to 8-0. The Oilers are really having a magnificent season.
Yeah, the Pearland, they look like a team that's going to be reckoned with come playoff time. They're going to get a tough matchup more than likely in the first round. They're going to have to go against one of those beasts from the East teams early on, but they're going to have to continue to get better because those teams on the East, man, they're tough this year.
Yes, absolutely. It's going to be a timeout by the Longhorns. That's going to be their second timeout of the half. Harris County Commissioner Precinct 2, Adrian Garcia, admires and recognizes the academic hard work, dedication, and achievements of each student. Very well done, Commissioner Garcia. Good luck to all the athletes tonight. .352 remaining in the first half, and what has been a pretty fast-moving half for this contest. It is homecoming 2025 for the Longhorns, and so far they are celebrating with a 14-0 lead. Again, a pass that was nearly deflected but dropped immediately at the 20-yard line. Reception by Coward, and I'm telling you, catch and drop. It's going to be 3rd down and short.
Yeah, great job rattling around the football, making a tackle here by the Dobie Longhorns. But again, Lakeith Baker does such a good job of when he releases the ball. He puts such a tight spiral and puts so much spin on it that it looks like it could be picked off, but it's going right between the numbers for its intended target.
Baker in the gun. It's going to be Buckner in the backfield, 3rd and short. 3 receivers to the right, 10 seconds left on the play clock. Baker is going to get the ball, and it's a quarterback keeper all the way, and he's got a first down and more. Up to the 34, 33-yard line. Move the chains. That's a first down for the Trojans.
Yeah, great job there by Lakeith Baker making a couple of guys miss, but there's also a benefit of having a bigger back like Buckner is that he can also be a lead blocker for your quarterback run plays, for your quarterback zone. So he's definitely a very dynamic player, so you can utilize him if you want to run your quarterback as a good lead blocker, and he did a good job there.
Buckner now to the right of Baker, 2 receivers to the right, and we've got another timeout, and Coach Fitzmaurice is not happy. Oh, he is giving his defensive unit a little bit of what for, and whatever he saw he didn't like, and he just went ahead and burned that 3rd timeout right there. We'll take a timeout as well on the Legacy Sports Network.
High school basketball tournament in the state of Texas. 80 teams compete for preseason dominance because we know the road to state starts here. Put your brand in the spotlight, be a part of the legacy, become a sponsor today at TexasInvitational.com.
During the timeout, words of wisdom from Gentry Williams. I don't know what Coach Fitzmaurice is saying, but I definitely wouldn't want to be down there to hear it because, man, he just lit that unit up. Let's see how they respond on this first down attempt play. It's going to be another screen. Buckner is going to catch it, and he's not going to go very far with that one, but the pile still moves. At some point, they're going to blow the whistle dead, and where do they blow it? They blow it dead at the 35-yard line. Credit that young man. I mean, he just made half the South Belt area move about 6-7 yards. He is a horse. Great job by him, 2nd down and short.
Oh man, you know, it's almost like that. What was that? They call it a beast quake from Marshawn Lynch. You know, just one of those guys that's just so tough to bring down. It took the entire Longhorn defense closely to get him down. So, what a run there by Baker. Is he going to get to the sideline and get some hydration?
Absolutely, well-deserved break. 2:07 clock running. Trojans trying to get on the board, and we are going to have a pre-snap penalty. It looks like it's going to be false start. Yep, against the Trojans, going to move it back 5 yards. The second penalty, but both of them pre-snap penalties, and I tell you what, it's those are rally killers sometimes, especially this late in the half.
Yeah, and you know, I see it all the time as a Texas fan, just how much a pre-snap penalty can kill an entire drive. Those are things that, you know, at this point in the season, you hope they can be cleaned up, but it just hasn't been cleaned up so far for South Houston, and it's just making things a lot tougher on themselves.
And it looks like we've got a timeout on the field with 2 minutes remaining in the half.
Legacy Sports Network.
And of course, you are watching
2260
Football Live on
broadcasting
Legacy Sports
excellence. We are your home for local high school sports coverage. Expect excellent audio and video production. Whether you're listening at home or at the game, find us at lsnsports.com. Legacy Sports Network. Building a legacy, one game at a time.
Introducing Quick Assist, the easiest way to resell your tickets. Don't let games go to waste. They help you sell your unused tickets by listing them on every major marketplace with one app, fast, simple, stress-free, and simultaneous. Download the app by scanning the QR code on the website. Quick Assist, ASYST, your ticket everywhere. Baker looking now. He's flushed out of the pocket. He's going to step up and run around the right side. He's going to be out of bounds at about the 47-yard line. Nice pickup by the junior quarterback there. Junior quarterback. It's going to be a second down and short. And I say junior. You know, I was looking at their roster. South Houston, 13 seniors. That's it. Absolutely. Baker in the gun again. Buckner to his right, and Buckner's going to get the ball, and he is going to get up to about the 40-yard line as the pile still moves. And it looks like where they're going to spot him, see if it's going to be good enough for the first down. It looks like it is first down and 10 for the Trojans. .133 clock running as we're in the final minutes of this second quarter. Trojans do have all three of their timeouts. Two receivers to the left, one right. Buckner in motion, and he's going to look right, throw right, and he's intercepted. At the 40-yard line, a pickoff and a second turnover of the night for the Longhorns, and they are going to get the ball first down at 10 in excellent field position. And it's going to go against the Longhorns. Let's see if it was, I think it's going to be after the interception. So the play should stand, but we'll see where they spot the ball. They're moving it back deep into the Longhorn territory, and it looks like it's going to go back to the 45-yard line. I didn't see the penalty, and I didn't see what the official called. Did you? Now they're trying to get clarification. So they're going to say that that was before the interception. So that negates a great play by Talib. And it's a huge break for the Trojans. And now it's going to be first down and 10 at the 45-yard line for South Houston with 1:16 remaining in the half. And if you're the defense, you sit down, you take a breather, you get to sigh because you've got the big turnover, the big play, and now you got to get back out there and refocus. He is, I tell you, Fitzmaurice is burning calories down there this evening, fans. I'm going to tell you, we're enjoying watching him about as much as we are with this game because he is absolutely getting after it. I'm going to tell you, the referee on the near sideline, I bet he's probably going to go to the official at the half and say, can we just switch sidelines? I'm telling you. Timeout by South Houston right here with 1:06 remaining on the loss of that play. It's going to be a second down and 14 for the Trojans. Yeah, Fitzmaurice, again, still not happy, but I will tell you, I was going to tell you what he said about homecoming, right? So, homecoming game, and I said, is it big to, with all the distractions for your players? He said, homecoming is for everybody else. He said, they're here to see the show, the game, and the ceremony. We've got to get ourselves ready because we're part of the show. He said, I lost a homecoming game to Angleton. He said, and I will tell you this. He goes, at the homecoming dance, the punch was not as sweet, the songs were not as fun, and the date was not as pretty. And I'm like, what? He said, yes, you want to win this game. Roll out right, Baker, pass intended, but it falls incomplete to Jacoby Mayberry. It's going to bring up a third down. I didn't even have the heart to ask who the date was because I didn't want to find out after that, but Fitzmaurice was like, yeah, you know what, it's just one of those things. He did say they lost Angleton at homecoming, but ironically ended up playing them in the first round of the playoffs and absolutely just beat them up one side and down the other, and I think because of that homecoming loss. So he's like, yeah, we avoid the distractions, we focus on this, and then we can enjoy homecoming after the game. I said, yeah, I'm telling you, I was laughing and writing at the same time. Another snap that hits the ground, a near turnover. Buckner picks it up, and he's going to get a yard. And it's going to bring up fourth down. If you're Coach Mayberry, man, you are just got to be beside yourself. 5 seconds remaining on the play clock. It looks like they're going to call a timeout, and they do. So it's going to be 9 seconds remaining in the half. Looks like we'll probably get a punt, or nothing else. We will get one more play before we go to halftime and begin the halftime festivities here at Veterans Memorial Stadium. Tonight's team and individual stats provided by theathleticdepartment.com. They are a full-service provider for stats of high school and college teams. Coaches and athletic directors can contact them for more information. Theathleticdepartment.com. They're now signing up for basketball, softball, and baseball teams for the school year. Again, athleticsdepartment.com. Carl Thies, who is like a absolute statistician guru, is running that program, and I'm going to tell you, they do a phenomenal job of providing us the numbers for tonight's game. Yeah, absolutely. It gives you about half the stuff to talk about, right? So thank you, Carl, for giving us stuff to ramble about, for sure. 9 seconds left in this half, 21-0 Longhorns. The benefits of two explosive plays on the ground and a 3-minute drive that was resulting in a 3-yard touchdown run. The South Houston Trojans have met the enemy and themselves. They've really been struggling quite a bit through the contest, in terms of just being able to avoid things like that. A near turnover again, and that is going to wrap it up. Are they going to say it was incomplete? Yep. So 2 seconds left. The Longhorns are going to take the ball over on downs. I'm sure it's just going to be a kneel down and get to the locker room, watch some film, and get ready for the second half. So thinking about this, Trey, you're the Longhorns. You really even haven't had the ball that much. I mean, you've had it for, this will be their fourth time offensively they've had the ball. If the games were decided by time of possession, South Houston would be absolutely wrecking in this game, but they have not been able to get anything done. If you're South Houston, what do you do to get yourself on the board in the second half? We're going to come back with the final play of the game on the Legacy Sports Network. Let's say final play of the game, final play of the half. 2 seconds remaining. Let's see what the Longhorns do. Do they try and score? Do they take a knee? Under center, and it looks like they're going to try and go for it. It's going to be a long pass, and down the right side, and nearly intercepted by the Trojans, but it falls incomplete, and that's going to take us to the half. 21-0 is your score. Longhorns with the lead as we go into the locker room. We're going to be ready for the halftime festivities. South Houston band will be performing, and then they'll be crowning homecoming king and queen. And yours truly gets the honor of making that announcement.
That's right.
And, yep. So I'm kind of looking forward to seeing how that's going to turn out.
Yes,
so,
sir.
All right. For Trey Williams, this is Shane Brown. Y'all kick back, relax, enjoy halftime. We'll catch you in the second half. 21-0 Longhorns with the lead on the Legacy Sports Network.
The Spirit Girl of the Week is Lady Rivas. The Dancer of the Week is Mia Caballero. The Officer of the Week is Azul Sarato. And the Teacher of the Week is Miss Jackie Gonzalez of ECHS. The 2025-2026 social officers are New Girl Liaison, Lady Rivas. Spirit Leader, Azul Sarato. Vice President, Grace Saunier. President, Annette Zacharias. The 2025-2026 dance officers are Junior Lieutenant Daniela Correas, Junior Lieutenant Cecilia Rodriguez, Lieutenant Colonel Adeline Castillo, and Colonel Shannon Shaw. The Jeanettes would like to thank the South Houston Intermediate Pride Dancers and the Miller Intermediate Falconettes for spending time with them here at the game. The Jeanettes want to dedicate their performance to those teams and their directors. They will be performing their jazz routine to Made You Look. And now, please welcome to the field the award-winning South Houston High School Mighty Trojan Band. The Mighty Trojan Band is directed by David No, Garrison Oliver, Charlie Stott, and Sasha Chapa. They are under the field direction of drum majors Christopher Avila, Amber Garcia, Mia Garza, and Emily Salcedo. Rookies of the week are Rolando Garza and Natalie Godinez. Members of the week are Samantha Rodriguez and Ashley Vilches. Color guard of the week are Devon Barnwell and Montserrat Santiago. The officer of the week is Damian Martinez. The band would like to thank our Pasadena ISD Board of Trustees, Superintendent Dr. Tony Lopez, and the South Houston High School administration and staff for their support of these incredible students. Tonight, the Mighty Trojan Band is proud to present their award-winning 2025 production, The Good, The Bad, The Galactic. The show features the following musical selections: the title theme by Ernesto Morricone, Mars by Gustavo Holtz, O Fortune by Carl Orff, Hide and Seek by Imogene Heap, and Separate Ways, Worlds Apart by Journey. Soloists for the show are Ariel Fuentes, Michelle Hernandez, Alexander Juarez, Pablo Miraz, Francisco Meza, Jaden Pena, and Kentrell Price. The Mighty Trojan Band will be competing this weekend in the UIL Region Marching Band concert at Ray Madry Stadium. The performance will be at 6:30. Come out and support the Mighty Trojan Band. And now we present The Good, The Bad, and The Galactic. We hope you enjoy the show.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the award-winning J. Frank Dobie Lariats. The Lariats are under the direction of Tiffany McDowell and assistant directors Perla Garcia and Savannah Sickler. The Lariat Social Committee members are Social Media Chair Maya Cantu, Executive Cyril Alcorta, Executive Jalen Alex, Head Executive Brianna Puga, and Head Executive Miabella Sudario Garza. The Lariat Line Sergeants are Caitlin Baines and Eileen Rivera. The Lariat military officers are Lieutenant Piper Batterby, Lieutenant Esbedi Fonseca, and the Lariat Colonel Miss Caitlin Resendez. Tonight, the Lariats are proud to present their high kick routine to Feel This Moment. The Lariat of the Week is Corelli Garza. The Lariat security members are Nick Cantu, Luke Penaloza, and Head Security Abel Gutierrez. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and happy homecoming!
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Homecoming 2025. Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we will be crowning our 2025 Homecoming King and Queen. But first, at this time, we ask you to turn your attention to the field as we introduce to you tonight's honorary court. First up, please welcome to the field Parrish Ford, being escorted by his mother, Tiffany Ford. And next, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Jade Hall with parents, mother Christian Cavazos and father Larry Hall. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2025 honorary court. And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's meet tonight's court. First up, please welcome to the field Miss Esbede Fonseca. She's a 3-year member and senior lieutenant of the Lariats, recognized the Outstanding Junior of the Award-winning dance squad. She's a dual credit student and plans to attend the University of Houston and study general business and plans to own her own boutique. Her parents are Efren Fonseca and Mary Hernandez. And Esbede is being escorted by Mr. Freddie Ayala. Freddie is a former football player and currently enjoys boxing in his spare time. He plans to attend San Jac after graduation, looking at trade schools and get his certification as an electrician. He is the son of Merelda Ayala. Ladies and gentlemen, Esbede Fonseca and Freddie Ayala. Next, please welcome to the field Audrina Lanza and Norman Fabian. Audrina is a 3-year member of the JFD Choir and was recognized for a solo small ensemble at the UIL region this past summer. After graduation, she plans to attend San Jac and move on to the University of Houston, where she intends to get her master's degree in education, hoping to work as a counselor for children. She's the daughter of Chris and Veronica Lanza. She's escorted by Norman Fabian, a member of the Key Club, UNICEF, Collegiate Scholars, and received the National First Generation and Hispanic Award by the College Board. The early college senior ranks 23rd in his class and plans to attend UT Austin and study computer engineering. He is the son of Norman and Alba Fabian. Ladies and gentlemen, Audrina Lanza and Norman Fabian. Our final couple of the night, Miss Jordan Johnson and Ricardo Ramos. Jordan is a 4-year member of the volleyball team and was recently named Varsity Volleyball Athlete of the Week. The early college student has been on the Dean's List every year and plans to attend the University of Houston, where she will major in speech pathology. Her parents are Curtis Johnson and Christina Proctor. She's being escorted by Ricardo Ramos, a member of the early college program and has been a part of the AB Honor Roll. He'll attend San Jac and plans to study process technology and become an operator in the chemical industry. His parents are Juan Baca and Gabriela Sacedo. Ladies and gentlemen, Jordan Johnson and Ricardo Ramos. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to present our J. Frank Dobie Longhorn King and Queen for 2025 and 26. During the presentations tonight, Student Body President Maya Johnson, along with Vice President Morgan Hill. And now, ladies and gentlemen, your 2025-26 J. Frank Dobie Homecoming King, Ricardo Ramos.
And ladies and gentlemen, introducing your homecoming queen for J. Frank Dobie High School 25-26, Miss Esmede Fonseca. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give one more big round of applause to your homecoming king and queen and their court. Congratulations once again, ladies and gentlemen. We hope you continue to enjoy the homecoming game and festivities. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you.
Let's welcome your Longhorns back to the field.
Shane Brown, Trey Williams, we are getting ready to go for the second half. The Longhorns are going to get the ball first, leading this one 21-0. It's going to be an onside kick to start, and the Trojans, great aggressiveness out of the chute. They are going to get the ball. First down and 10 at the Longhorn 43-yard line. And, buddy, that's a great way to get it started if you're Coach Mayberry's club.
Hey, if you're Coach Mayberry, way to come out here and be very aggressive, starting early on, getting yourself the onside kick, getting your offense the ball back, and you can tell Dobie was not ready. I'm pretty sure they practiced on onside kick recovery a lot, but that time they was caught with an element of surprise, and it caught them off guard. Great recovery by the Trojans.
Trojans have had 4 drives in the first half, and all of them pretty consistent in terms of time of possession, but just have nothing on the end of it, being the victim of a couple of turnover on downs and also a fumble. But they're going to get it started now and see if they can right that wrong. It's going to be Baker in the gun, and it's going to be a play action, looking right and then throwing down the right side. He's got a man, and he just missed him. So it looks like we've said that a couple of times for Baker. Just had a man, but just could not get the ball to him. That is Roderick Anderson on the play, and it looks like there was some great coverage there by Clayton Washington.
Yeah, that time Dobie was in man-on-man coverage with one single high safety, and that safety came over to help, so that created a double coverage there. And that was a dangerous ball thrown by Lakeith Baker, but he trusted his arm and he trusted his teammate. But in that situation, when you just recovered an onside kick, you don't want to put yourselves in a situation where the defense could get the ball right back.
It's going to be 4 receivers, 2 to the right. We got a stack to the left. Buckner in the backfield, Baker in the gun. Baker again with a bobbled snap. He's going to throw it out in the flat, and it's going to be incomplete. And that one's going to be intended for Cowart. And I would venture to say again, that snap, the mishandling of those things, it really throws off your timing and makes it hard. They're trying to expose that flat, but they couldn't do it again because of the exchange between the center and the quarterback.
Yeah, that's the foundation of the entire offense. It's just getting the ball snapped in the first place. And like you said, Shane, if you don't get that snap right, it throws off the timing. You can't get the out routes. You can't run the ball. This offense it's just been a tough night for him.
Baker rolls right, looks right, throws right, and it is complete to the big tight end across the 25-yard line down to the 24. Xavier Muhammad, his second reception. First down and 10 for the Trojans.
Xavier Muhammad, I like when they get that young man to football. He's only a junior. Again, he's a highly touted prospect, listed in the 2027 recruiting class. So anytime you can get a guy like that to football, you got to give him the opportunity in open space. Let him make a play. He is, all of 6'6", about 220 pounds, and he's going to be playing on Saturdays.
I tell you what, he has some nice hands right there, and they got him in the open field, and he definitely got them the first down. Trojans on the move, play action, rolling ref now. Baker looking left, and he's going to take it and run it. He's going to get pushed out of bounds at the 21-yard line. There on the play for the Longhorns, R.J. Robinson along with Rashad Howard. It's going to bring up a second down and about 6 for the Trojans with 10:55 remaining in the third period.
Yeah, that time again, Lakeith Baker, he just pushed into such a tough situation. Rashad Howard, he was stuck between trying to guard number 10, Xavier Muhammad, and trying to guard Baker. So he just was put in a tough position, and Baker made the most out of it.
It's going to be a wide receiver to the right. That's going to be Anderson. We got a receiver wide left, and it's going to be a handoff. And Buckner with his first carry of the half gets across the 20. It looks like they're going to spot him down at the 18-yard line. So it's going to bring up a third and short for the Trojans.
Again, right now, just going back to your workhorse. Let him, make it down the distance. Not as bad. Put yourself in a better situation. I'm only 3rd and 3 here. And this is truly 4-down territory, so you have 2 opportunities to pick up this first down.
Absolutely. You got 3 receivers to the right. That's Muhammad in the slot. Baker in the gun, now looks to the sideline. 12 seconds remaining on the play clock. Buckner in the backfield, and it's going to be a quarterback keeper all the way. Cutting back to his left, trying to get to the first down marker, and he's not going to be able to do it. Looks like he's going to be just shy. Let's see where they spot it. They're going to say it is good enough for a first down. I thought he was going to be shy based on where the linesman was spotting it, but nope. Well, now they're moving the chains back, and it's going to be
I tell you what, man, the chain crew is really keeping me guessing here tonight. I'm earning my money with them. 4th down and 1 for the Trojans, and I think really you know where that ball is going to go.
Yeah, you definitely wouldn't be surprised if either Baker or the big fella, Buckner, doesn't get the ball here. They haven't really given Buckner any short 4th down opportunities. They give it to him here.
And they do, and he's going to get the 1st down and more as he mows the Longhorn over and gets down to the 7-yard line, and that's what he does. He just punishes people, and we've got a 1st and goal for the Trojans.
What a run there by Baker, just running with an attitude. And one thing about tailbacks like that, as you see now, he's starting to pick up these 6 or 7-yard gains. They just wear on you. You come 3rd or 4th quarter, it started playing in your mind that time he ran you over, and it hurt a little bit. So you second guessing how you come in and attack him.
Baker's going to give it to the back again. Buckner again. He's crossed the 5, and he's going to get down to the 3-yard line. 2nd down and goal for the Trojans with the clock running. 8:45 remaining in the 3rd. Yep. And it looks like we're going to have a timeout. And it looks like we've got an injured Trojan. We're going to take a timeout as well on the Legacy Sports Network.
Let's hear it from Mr. Christian Sanchez. We hope he's okay.
Christian Sanchez, the injured player for the Trojans, being helped off the field. Looks like it is right ankle is a problem for that young man. Hopefully the trainers will be able to take a look at him, and he can be able to get right quick, but he is not looking good as he's walking off gingerly. As we get ready to return to play, we've got some scores from District 22-6A. Gentry, what do you got?
Yeah, Alvin's currently leading 34-0. Manville is currently leading 34-0 over Alvin. And once I get the other score update in the district, I'll be able to provide that one as well.
Yeah, Rayburn over at Dawson tonight. We got 2nd and goal here. The Trojans knocking on the door. Baker, quarterback keeper, is going to cut left, trying to get to the corner, and he's going to get in. Touchdown, Trojans.
If it don't work once, spin again. And he got into the end zone with the spin cycle.
A great job of getting to the corner, beating the defender, some moves into the end zone, and the Trojans now on the board at 21-6, point after pending.
What a run there. What a drive coming out here in the second half for the South Houston Trojans. They had a tough first half. They did the same thing in the first half. Their first drive, they got down and opportunity to score some points, but the ball will snap. See if they execute here.
Point after is up, and it is good. 21-7 is your score with 8:25 remaining in the 3rd period. A 3-minute, 35-second drive by the Trojans that covered 39 yards after the successful onside kick. Now all of a sudden it's a 2-score game, and the Trojans, if they can avoid the big plays from Dobie, they might just have a chance to get into this lead even more. Of course, tonight's game brought to you by a litany of sponsors. A huge shout out to all of them for supporting the high school athletics and the Legacy Sports Network. Mr. Electric, we've got the power to make things better. And of course, you can get connected with Legacy Sports Network by checking out our social media pages on Facebook. Find us at LSN Sports on X, formerly known as Twitter. We're at Legacy Sports Net, and on Instagram, you can find us at Legacy Sports Network. Legacy Sports Network, we're building a legacy one game at a time. Well, Mr. Lakeith Baker,
The rushing touchdown of the 4-yard variety makes it a 21-7 game. As we get ready for the kickoff and to see the Longhorns will finally be able to get the ball for the first time in this half.
Yeah, that was a huge drive for the confidence for the Trojans. They had so many mishaps there in the first half. I'm so happy for these young men getting on the board, especially Keith Baker. That touchdown is going to boost his confidence for the rest of this ball game.
So we've got a couple of men back at about the 30-yard line. Now pay attention, because over on the far side of the field is Marcus Jones, and I'm going to tell you, this kid, 6 kickoff returns for 208 yards. So if he gets his hands on the ball, he's going to go somewhere with it. So let's see what they're going to do. Now they're dropping one Longhorn way back to about the 10-yard line, and that's where the ball is going to be found at the 13. Across the 15 to the 20, now turning on the Jets. That's Taylor across the 35-40. He's in the midfield, and he's got to go. He's got one man to beat. He sheds the tackle, and a shoestring tackle by number 44. Jaden Luna saves a touchdown as Taylor was just about to head to the house.
Yeah, what a great block there by his entire team leading the way. But you see right now, number 13, Nolan Thomas, just telling the team, hey, my bad. Looks like he had a block in the back. But look at this run here on the brought to you by Kane's Instant Replay, making guys miss. Good block, and finds the alley. And then right here, boom, just turns on the Jets and just continues to make things happen, just shredding Trojans off of him. What a run there by the young man.
That negates a 67-yard kickoff return, but a brilliant run that it was nonetheless. The Longhorns are going to get the football, first down and 10. The ball is going to be spotted, it appears, at the 42-yard line. Good field position for the Longhorns, and the way they've been scoring with their explosive plays, it doesn't matter where the ball is.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. These guys continue to make the most out of the opportunity that they get. We've had 2 explosives. Could have had 3 there for the Longhorns. See what they dial up here.
Nathaniel Belleville wide right. It's going to be a handoff to Hodges. Hodges trying to break a tackle, but he cannot do it. Helmet comes off. That probably means he's going to have to step out for a play. Ball at the 44-yard line. It's going to be second down. Taylor does come into the game. Hodges will head to the sideline for the one play.
And also, just a quick update. Pearland Dawson is leading Pasadena Rayburn 24-6 in the third quarter. And also, Manville scored again to go up 41-0 over Alvin.
2 teams right there in Dawson and Manville that are playoff contenders along with the Longhorns. Taylor pitch left, cuts back up to the middle, gets across the 45. Pile moves into Trojan territory. They're going to spot him at the 48-yard line, and that should be good enough for a first down. It is. Move the chains, first down Longhorns.
Yeah, good job there by the Longhorns. Just that extra effort to push forward, and he's getting a little chippy down on the field, seeing some guys just be a little extra physical after the play.
It's going to be a pitch this time around the right side. Taylor could not get around the corner. Nice tackle right there by number 11. And it looks like Jacoby Mayberry is a little slow to get up. And trainers are going to go out and take a look at him, and we're going to take a timeout. It is 22-6A football on the Legacy Sports Network.
Cheering for Mr. Jacoby Mayberry. We hope he's okay.
Jaden Mayberry walking off under his own power. That's always a good sign. First down for the Longhorns, as the ball is back to the 45-yard line. In the gun, 3 receivers to the right. Marquise Smith, the wide right receiver. Now it's going to be Belleville in motion. Shotgun snap. Hodges, who's back in the game, goes left, cuts back right. He's across midfield. He's at 45-40. He's going to the 30-yard line. One man to beat. Cuts inside. Cannot shake him. Nice touchdown-saving tackle by Baker. Again, both sides of the ball. A lot of these Trojans play. A nice tackle by him. First down, but another flag on the play.
Yeah, again, it's going to be on number 13, Nolan Thomas. He was just being physical with the cornerback. I understand, you want to finish the play, but at the same time, you got to understand that, on the previous 2 plays, him in that corner, they've been drawn back and forth, so the officials are watching you very closely.
So first down and 10, ball at the 21-yard line. The Longhorns trying to respond with the Trojan score. Shotgun formation, handoff Hodges around the left side. He's going to cut up to the 15-10 and inside the 10-yard line to about the 8, it looks like. Now give it to the 8. First down and goal for the Longhorns. And again, they are moving and moving quickly.
Yeah, just very explosive offense this entire ball game. And it wouldn't be, a huge shout out again to Nathaniel Belleville. He's like the unsung hero of this Longhorn offense. He just continues to be physical and kick guys out, pancakes, just knocking the crap out of guys at the second level. And he's bringing that physicality to the Longhorns offense.
2 backs in the backfield as Hernandez is now under center. It's going to be a handoff, and met immediately in the backfield is Taylor. And that, of course, is number 10, Xavier Muhammad, the big tight end, also a defensive lineman, and he lets his presence be felt on the defensive side of the football with that tackle.
Yeah, that was very reminiscent of the Jadeveon Clowney tackle back when they played against Michigan in the bowl game. Just got back there very quickly. Latest was very physical against the running back and got his helmet to come off.
So it looks like we've got a timeout on the field with 5:29 remaining in the third period. South Houston takes a timeout. We will as well on the Legacy Sports Network.
Is helping power the future of AI. She's thinking how to best power her half marathon. That's energy in progress.
As your hometown community dealership, Texas Dodge is a place for all your vehicle needs, whether it's service, parts, or in the market for a new or pre-owned vehicle, they've got you covered. Plus, many of the sales specialists speak Spanish and accept passports, no license needed. Ask about the low APR finance rates and how to get the lowest price on a new truck or car today. We also want to buy your vehicle if you don't want to, even if you don't want to buy from us. That's all at Texan Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Ram. We hear you. All right, looks like we got a second down. The penalty on the Longhorns is going to be at the 13-yard line. It's going to be a handoff around the right side into the corner of the end zone, making it look easy. That is number 3. That is Mr. Marcus Jones. His second rushing reception, second jet sweep, good for 6 points, and the Longhorns respond and now lead at 27-7.
Yeah, nice little fake little reverse play there by the Longhorns. And I'm telling you, it looked like Marcus Jones knows exactly where the cameras are. He came there, did his little dance, nice run to the end zone. Heck of a night for the young man.
So that drive, 3 minutes and 4 seconds. They win 58 yards, and they've added 7 more to the board. They lead 28-7 with 5:21 remaining in the third period. So I tell you what, we've seen a nice sustained drive by the Trojans. Longhorns do what they need to do to be able to respond, led by DeMarcus Hodges. So far as both teams have come out of the locker room, what are your impressions early in this second half?
Yeah, both teams definitely went inside the halftime and made some adjustments. South Houston, they just worked on their offensive line and got Lakeith Baker the ball in space. And as far as the Longhorns is concerned, they just continue to do what they do. And I'm telling you, this kid Belleville, he's become a problem. Anytime the Trojans see number 24 coming their way, he is bringing some pain, and he is springing these runs wide open.
I'd like to introduce you the president of the Nathaniel Belleville fan club,
Yep.
Gentry Williams. I'm gonna tell you, you make a great campaign manager. I'm gonna tell you, now I'm looking for 24 all over the place. Now, he is having a heck of a game, and sadly, just the statistics won't reflect that. But he is doing all the things that you mentioned, all the dirty work. It's going to be taken at the 20-yard line, trying to find a block. We're really getting nowhere. That's Roderick Anderson. He's going to get up to about the 22-yard line, and that's where the Trojans will take over, first down and 10.
Yeah, this is a huge drive here for South Houston for themselves to really continue to put pressure on this Dobie defense and the Dobie offense and continue to score. If you could come down here and score again, that's going to be such a tremendous confidence booster for this entire offense. They haven't scored multiple touchdowns in their past 5 games. So this would be a good opportunity for them to make something happen and continue to get better.
Yeah, we had mentioned that they scored 20 points in the very first game of the season, and since then have not been able to put more than 8 points on the board. So now they've got a chance to really stack some points with 5:14 remaining in the third period with the ball spotted at the 22-yard line. It's going to be a handoff trying to get around the right side and going nowhere fast and being dropped as DeAndre Coleman, a loss on the play, second down.
Yeah, DeAndre Coleman, he's a young sophomore tailback, and maybe at the JV level, maybe at the freshman level, you could just outrun guys to the outside, bounce it to the outside, and use your speed to get outside. But once you get up here to big boy 6A varsity football, the defensive ends are fast, the linebackers are fast. You just got to get your yards and get upfield.
So second down right now, and it looks like it's going to be about 15 to go as the Trojans looking to respond with that score from the Longhorns. 3 receivers to the right. You got 1 to the left. Single back in the backfield, and another botch snap, and this is going to get back and deep into territory right at about the 2-yard line. Baker wasn't even ready for the snap. He was directing his running back, and all of a sudden, I don't know where the signals got crossed, but the center snaps the ball, and Baker wasn't even looking. He's lucky that's not a touchdown.
Yeah, good job there by Baker, just having the awareness to get on the football. This is definitely something that got to get cleaned up this week in practice. I'm pretty sure head coach going to do a good job of working on this, but this is essentially costing South Houston this game, because if they execute that, I feel like this score will be a lot closer than what it is.
Now Baker's in the gun in his own end zone. Buckner, of course, is not in the game. Now he's going to step back, try and throw. He's going to step up, and he's going to run. He's to the 10, 15, 20, to the 25. He's going to get out of bounds. Buddy, I tell you what, a great run of about 21 yards for the junior quarterback, but it's still going to be third down and a whole lot to go.
Yeah, he made a great run there to make this fourth and somewhat manageable to where it was at the previous play, but only in 4th and 8. They're going to bring on a punt team, but that was Lakeith Baker, just being a playmaker that he is.
Gives the punter plenty of room to work with instead of being back in his own end zone. But the Longhorns are going to get the ball back, and they're going to get it in very favorable territory, leading by 21. 8 seconds remaining on the play clock. And now they've reset it as they start to get lined up. Longhorns with their deep man back at the Trojan 47-yard line. Punt is taken at the 48, taken around to the right side and into Trojan territory. Drops one man, breaks a tackle, Powell moves, no helmet, he's still going, and down to the 39-yard line. A great return. A flag is on the play. A return by number 10, Desmond Talib, and a great run. I mean, loses his helmet and everything and continues to move the pile. First down and 10 for the Longhorns, and they're going to get the ball in excellent field position.
You could definitely tell that was a defensive player running the football, because anybody that got in his way, he was just looking to run through him, wasn't trying to run around him, brought the physicality. You see the same thing similar with USC, Mekhi Lemon, former defensive back, now receiver, just continues to just try to punish defenders, bringing them down.
The penalty, the flag was against South Houston. So now let's see where they're going to spot the ball. Line judge is at the 35-yard line. And looks like they're going to move it. Looks like it's going to probably be about the 15-yard variety. Let's see. It is. It's going to go down to the 20-yard line. My goodness, great field position for the Longhorns. First down and 10 at the 20 with 3:23 remaining.
Yeah, this offense is continuing to get great field position here throughout the game. And something else I noticed, Shane, is you called it. The officials did switch sidelines.
Yeah, line judge is over here with Fitzmaurice, man. That's exactly right. Yeah, that other official, man, his poor ear was bleeding, I think, by the end of the second quarter.
He went to us and said, look, we got to switch.
Yeah. Now, Mayberry, he's going to go ahead and get some while he's at it. He's out there in the middle of the field talking to the head referee. Let me tell you, the coaches are going to get their money's worth here tonight. There's no question about it. But nevertheless, the Longhorns are going to have the ball, a great field position. First down and 10 at the 20-yard line. Hodges is lined up in the receiver's position. And it looks like we've got a new quarterback. That's going to be Titus Randall. Randall going to get the ball and a quarterback keeper around the right side across the 15 to the 10-5. And welcome to the game, Mr. Randall. Let's go ahead and get you a 20-yard touchdown scamper. What do you say? Touchdown, Longhorns.
Hey, first play in, first touchdown of the night. Way to make the most of your opportunity, young man. And also great block there by Vincent Rodriguez. Just climbing to the second level, springing forward that block on the linebacker that allowed Titus Randall to score.
So this time of possession was 12 seconds. I tell you, the Longhorns just had the ability to be able to score with any type of explosiveness you could come up with. And we've seen some dynamic offensive plays in very short possessions as the Longhorn offense now makes it 35-7. Take a look at this instant replay right here by Randall.
Yeah, look at 68 right here. Just like, boom! Springs open Randall, and he just does the rest all the way to the end zone for a house call.
So 35-7 is your score. Longhorns with the commanding lead. 3:11 remaining in the third period. We're going to take a timeout. District 22 6A football on the Legacy Sports Network.
We'd like to take this opportunity once again to thank Chick-fil-A and Olive Garden for providing food for our press box guests tonight. Be sure to pay them a visit and thank them for supporting Pasadena ISD Athletics. That's Chick-fil-A and Olive Garden.
Got tickets you can't use? Let Quick Assist help. One app lists your tickets on every marketplace simultaneously and takes the hassle out of reselling your tickets. Download the app today by scanning the QR code on the website. Quick Assist. That's ASYST. Quick Assist. Your tickets everywhere. Shane Brown, Gentray Williams. We're in the third period of a 35-7 contest. Like to give a huge shout out and thanks to all the Pasadena ISD audiovisual students that are bringing some great camera work here tonight, making it look easy for us up here in the broadcast booth. Also like to give a huge shout out to Jennifer Baldwin, tonight's director. Colton Henson providing the graphics here this evening, and on the replay, Daniel Coleman doing a great job of bringing all the sights and sounds of tonight's game to you here on the Legacy Sports Network. You know, it's interesting with homecoming and the game, and you talk about the pomp, the circumstance, and all the things that could be a distraction, the dress-up themes for the week at school, the moms, the will you go to prom with me signs, all these things. The Longhorns seem to have really come into this game and not allowed any of those distractions to take away from their mission here this evening.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure they listen to Coach Fitzmaurice. If you want the punch to taste good, you got to deliver the punch tonight.
That's exactly right. That's well played. Yep, we got to give you that line again. If you missed this in the first half, Coach Fitzmaurice talking about when he was playing at Dobie, they launched a homecoming game, and he says, and I quote, "If you lose homecoming at the dance, the punch is not as sweet, the songs are not as much fun, and the date to the dance is not as pretty." So I'm telling you, that's a pretty strong message right there. So he definitely doesn't want his players to experience what he did with the homecoming dance. And right now it looks like they are well on their way to a good time at the dance tomorrow night, leading 35-7, 3:10 remaining in the third.
Yeah, just like you said, Shane, just great focus here. way to come out here and execute and put together a great Friday night of good football.
It's going to be a handoff up the middle and into the secondary, running over people on his own is Jaden Buckner. We haven't seen much of him. Buckner had, nearly 15 carries, I think it was, unofficially in the first half. This is just his third carry here in the third quarter. And so Buckner not really getting the workload. I don't know if it's the fact that you're down 28 or what have you, but Buckner can prove that he can move the football. It's a first down and 10 for the Trojans.
Yeah, he does a fantastic job of just keeping them ahead of the chains, picking up those important yardage to make it 2nd and 4, 3rd and 2 situations. And they're here another 1st and 10 for the Trojans.
Back-to-back carries for Buckner. This time he's across the 45-yard line. Let's see, they're going to spot him at the 46, it looks like. It's going to be a pickup right there of 6 yards, 2nd down and 4. Looks like we got another Trojan down on the field. That's Muhammad. And we're going to take a quick timeout. It is 22-6A football on the Legacy Sports Network.
Round of applause for Mr. Xavier Mohammed. We hope he's okay.
I'd like to give a huge shout out and thanks to Chick-fil-A and Olive Garden. They are the proud sponsors of the Press Box Meal here tonight at Pasadena ISD. Miss Nancy Carlton once again giving grade A hospitality. I'm telling you, I was very excited when I saw the schedule this year, and Gerald had put me at all the games at Pasadena ISD.
Yes.
Because I plan my Friday meals around the fact that I'm going to get well fed on Friday night. They do a great job here, don't they?
They do a wonderful job. It's great hospitality. You feel the love and everything that they pour into this district. You see why the kids enjoy it, and it's just a great. Every time I've been coming here for the past two and a half years, and just working with everybody and Miss Nancy, it's been a pleasure to be a part of this.
Absolutely. That's a 1st down and 10 for the Trojans. Buckner again on the carry, getting some work now here late in the third period. They're exactly at midfield, and they've been able to get a score, but as soon as they did, the Longhorns turned right around and responded with a score of their own, and they've been able to maintain this 28-point lead. Baker now in the gun, receivers to either side. Going to get the ball. It is going to be a handoff and across the 50 to about the 48 to 47. And that's going to be Mayberry. It's kind of funny. You watch Buckner, he runs into somebody, that guy goes down. Bless Mayberry's heart, he runs into somebody and they just kind of stand there.
Yeah.
I mean, and kids running hard, but he's no Buckner. I mean, that's for sure.
Yeah. Buckner is just a different type of breed, man. That's it's when I seen this Southeastern on tape, I was like, man, who's number 23?
Yeah, absolutely. Buckner came into the game 9th in the district in rushing, averaging just under 4 yards a carry, 88 carries, 343 yards coming into tonight's contest. Up across the 40 and down to the 39-yard line is Mayberry. And go ahead and move the chains. That's good enough for a Trojan 1st down.
But that is what Mayberry can do. He can be wiggly in space, tough and crafty, very quick, and just be able to get in and out of those cuts and inside of those tight spaces to pick up a huge 1st down for the Trojans.
26 seconds remaining on the play clock because that means we're going to get one more play in before this third frame comes to an end. Again, very methodical offense. They're in no hurry to get to the line. 12 seconds on the play clock. Baker in the gun, receivers to either side. Buckner back in the game.
Going to be a handoff. Buckner's going to take it around the right side to get across the 35, moving about another 3 or 4 Longhorns with him. Let's see, they're going to give him progress to the 32-yard line, and that's going to be a pickup of 6 yards, and that wraps up the third period. The fourth and final frame is coming up. 35-7 is the score. Longhorns with the lead. 22-6A football on the Legacy Sports Network.
Or her. Like them, you have a lot to manage. Houston Methodist has a lot to offer. Convenient primary care for annual upkeep, personalized orthopedics to keep you going, and a cancer center with the latest technology and treatments. All in one manageable system so you can thrive. That's the difference between practicing medicine and leading it. For you, Houston Methodist, leading medicine.
Gulf Coast Educators FCU exclusively serves school employees in Texas with products that are uniquely designed to fit the needs of educators. To learn more, visit www.gcefcu.org.
To the fourth period we go in a 35-7 Longhorn lead. But the Trojans again driving on a very methodical offensive possession. Buckner around the left side. Going to get close to a first down. He's across the 30, and let's see where they spot him. Yep, they're saying it's going to be third down and just a little bit short, about a half a yard as we go into the fourth period.
Yeah, Buckner, he just does an excellent job of erasing missed blocks as well. You can see they ran another inside zone with the tight end coming in, supposed to kick out that defensive end. The tight end just couldn't get there, but it doesn't matter with Buckner. He's very patient and gets to the second level and just carries guys for that extra yard for the missed block.
Buckner to the left side of Baker, 2 receivers and a 2 tight end set. And it's going to be a quarterback keeper all the way. Buckner providing the lead block, and that's going to be good enough for a first down. Lakeith Baker, in his first game back with the Trojans, really providing a spark for this offense. And were it not for a couple of mistimed turnovers and all of these bad snaps, you think the Trojans would be able to be a lot more effective because they've shown some flashes of brilliance here tonight. Yeah,
this team has the talent to have a really good offense here in this district. Like you said, Shane, just been those mishaps and those snaps, and the turnover didn't. The interception didn't count, but just, things like that, once they get cleaned up, this could be a very potent offense.
Baker is going to hand it off, and that's going to be Mayberry. Mayberry is going to get across the 25-yard line. They'll stop him at the 24, and it's going to be a short gain, second down, clock running. Again, the Lakeith Baker getting his first opportunity to play this season after a broken and dislocated wrist. And, Buddy, I tell you, the old adage is true. It starts with your quarterback, and Buddy has made all the difference here in the world tonight for South Houston. So, again, Baker in the gun. That's going to be Mayberry. He's got 2 receivers, 1 to either side. And it's going to be a roll right, quarterback keeper all the way. Baker trying to get to the corner and right about the 18-yard line. A great job of stringing him out was number 2, Clayton Washington. Would not let Baker get to the corner. Really no gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Yeah, Clayton Washington just sealed the edge that time, making Baker hesitate and try to cut up. That's something you're taught early on in camp. Hey, just seal the edge. The rest of your teammates will they'll be flowing in from the backside, and they'll be able to clean them up. Just don't let them get to the outside and pursue them back to your teammates.
Yep, make him go east-west. Do not let him get up north, for sure. All right, Buckner back in the game. 2 receivers to the left. And again, it's going to be wide tight ends big on the right side, and it's going to be a look roll left, and he's going to keep it himself. And down to the 10-yard line is Baker. Clock will continue to run, but it looks like a first down and 10, and we have got a Trojan that is down on the field. Another injury. Timeout, courtesy Methodist Clear Lake Hospital. We'll take a timeout as well on the Legacy Sports Network.
Let's hear it for Mr. Renfield Bonner. We hope he's okay.
Ladies, make sure you at least have your hair pulled back. Tomorrow, obviously, needs to be up.
8:52 remaining in the fourth period, rather. It's going to be a first down and goal for the Trojans, trying to find a way to get back into this game, but running out of time. Baker going to roll right, look right. He's going to tuck the ball and turn it upfield, trying to get into the end zone, but he can't. And it looks like that was Howard that was able to bring him down, and it's going to be second down and goal for South Houston.
Yeah, good job just strafing there by Rashawn Howard. He's been caught in that situation a couple times this game. He learned from it and got better at that situation. That time he just attacked Baker and made Baker make a decision, didn't allow Baker to make the decision for him.
So once again, trying to keep the Trojans out of the end zone here, as the Longhorns are trying to get to 2-3 in district, 3-4 on the season, and keep their playoff hopes alive. Wide right is Coward, Anderson, wide left, Buckner in the backfield. And it's going to be flags on the play, and it's going to be a delay of game against the Trojans. And I will tell you, at some point, you thought that might bite them because, buddy, they sure do play around with that play clock.
Yeah, they let it get all the way down to the final second, and it's a unique offense. It's their philosophy. They want to win the time of possession, and I tell you, if that time of possession, like you said, Shane, was an end-all be-all state, South Houston be one of the best teams in the state.
Absolutely. Absolutely. This drive for them started, when you think about it, with 3:12 remaining in the third period. And now we've got a timeout called by Dobie. And it looks like players are mixing up a little bit there on the field, but a last timeout to the Longhorns will take one home.
Feel appreciated and they feel like they're at a place that actually cares about them.
Certified ER physicians on site 24/7 with little to no wait. Find an ally near you at allymedical.com.
The McDonald's Texas Invitational, the largest, most prestigious high school basketball tournament in the state of Texas. 80 teams compete for preseason dominance because we know the road to state starts here. Put your brand in the spotlight, be a part of the legacy, become a sponsor today at texasinvitational.com.
All right, here we go. 10 seconds left on the play clock. It's going to be a quick pass out, and it's going to be complete to the tight end, Muhammad. It's going to be a short gain. It's going to bring up a third down and goal for the Trojans as they are trying to get into the end zone for their second score of the game. Now, not only is that significant in terms of cutting into the lead, but this would be only the second time this season that the Trojans have been able to get double digits on the scoreboard since the very first game of the season. So this is a very important drive just for the opportunity to get their offense back on track for the season. Baker is going to get the ball, trying to get it on a quarterback keeper with a mixed direction play, but it's no good. Nice tackle there to keep Baker out of the end zone.
Yeah, good, heck of a play there, getting into the backfield by Nathan Zavala. Just blew that one up in the backfield. Power replay that time. Baker kept it. In that situation, whenever you see Zavala step in, you want to hand it off to your receiver to get out to the perimeter. But this is, like you said, Shane, a huge opportunity for South Houston. It'll be a small victory for them because I feel like the real war for them is in the 2026 football season. for them to really spring forward to be that team that they could potentially be next year.
2 receivers left, 1 right. Buckner in the backfield. Baker looks left, throws left. Pass is caught. Is it good? It is. Touchdown, South Houston, the big tight end. Number 10, Xavier Mohammed, showing those soft hands, bringing it in. And the Trojans have a 13 points on the board in this contest. It is a victory for the offense for them to be able to move it down the field and capitalize on such a long, sustained drive.
And this is something that these guys are going to be looking at in the film room the next game. This is going to provide so much confidence for this offense. A small victory, you get multiple scores, you capitalize off of a long drive, so now mentally, subconsciously, you know you can do it.
The point after is good, 35-14. Longhorns with the commanding lead, but South Houston showing that they can get the ball and move it down the field, but not only that, punch it in the end zone for points. I can't state it enough what an impressive return by Lakeith Baker. I mean, with the rust and with all withstanding,
that's right,
he has done a great job of providing consistency and stability for this Trojan offense, something that Coach Mayberry can build on.
Yeah, this is definitely something that the first-year head coach Mayberry will continue to build on. As we talked about earlier, there's only 13 seniors on this South Houston ball club, so these guys are still, I feel like, a year away from really being a team that they could potentially be. And, you know, a drive like that is going to be huge for these guys going into the offseason, going into the summer, as a little motivation that they know they can put up a good drive and put points on the end zone.
You know, Coach Mayberry and I were talking about this earlier today, and you just mentioned 13 seniors. But yet it's a lot of the juniors and sophomores that get their names called out. But here's what Mayberry said, and he loves his seniors. He said, our seniors work extremely hard. And this is what he said, and I thought this speaks volumes of these young men. He said, if you see us at practice and the way we carry ourselves outside the games, you would never know that we haven't won a game.
That is amazing.
Our attitude is attributed to our seniors.
Wow.
That's a strong statement. So that's leadership that you don't see in the scorebook or in the stat sheet.
That's right.
But you see that in a mentality with those 13 young men leading this young group, and an opportunity to really build on something if you're the Trojans.
Yeah, great opportunity to build on something and just to create the foundation. You know, you want to leave the situation better than when you came in, and that's what these seniors are trying to do. They're trying to lay the foundation for these young guys, so when the seniors do come back, you know, while they're in college or in the next phase of their lives, that, you know, they could be proud of what they built here at South Houston, and know that they was a part of something special.
Absolutely. Onside kick did not go well for them this time. Howard was able to fall on it easily, and so now we're getting ourselves organized with the offensive unit, and we've got shotgun formation. Receivers to either side. Randall in the gun. He's going to take it, a quarterback keeper all the way across midfield to the 40, to the 30, to the 20. Wow. Can Randall do it again? 2 quarterback rushes, 2 touchdowns. My goodness, Titus Randall, welcome to the game.
2 plays, 2 touchdowns. I mean, if it's that easy, he needs to continue to get more touches.
I'm telling you.
As we have a penalty flag coming from the opposite end of the field. Might get 21 on a block in the back, Tyler Owens.
I really hope it doesn't, because this young man, a 20-yard touchdown run, 52-yard touchdown run. Hopefully they don't call it back. They're pointing the direction of South Houston. Let's see what it says. So it is an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty against the Longhorns. However, it looked like they said the result of the play stands because he gave a touchdown.
Yeah.
So now we'll see what they're going to do. So here we go. Unsportsmanlike against the Longhorns. The result of the play is the touchdown. Okay. We got that figured out. So, again, 52 yards. So you take this, you take a look at it. So the young man, Randall, 2 rushing attempts, 72 yards. That's 36-yard average. Just going to just stop now and just be the rushing title winner for District 22 6A.
That's right.
That's it. 41-14. Longhorns quickly again respond just like they always do with explosive plays on the ground. Here comes the point after attempt. And that's up. And that is good, courtesy of Jorge Torres. 42-14, 5:36 remaining. Let's take a look at this instant replay brought to you by Raising Cane's.
Yeah, watch Owens, number 21. He does a fantastic job here with the first kickout block. Boom, knocks the guy out the way. And they got it from unsportsmanlike conduct, but just great running here by the young man. Just turning on the jets. He's another guy with another gear here for the Dobie Longhorns.
The senior quarterback making the most of his opportunities here this evening. Again, 2 carries, 2 touchdowns, 1 for 20 and 1 for 52. And 5:36 remains in the contest. And for the Longhorns, it appears if everything can maintain, they will move to 3-4 and 2-3 in district.
And that's going to set them up wonderfully for the rest of the regular season. That they have a huge matchup, like you said, against Manville at the end of the year. That'll be a huge game to get themselves an possibility to make the playoffs.
Taking a look at that, if you look at Manville, as we mentioned earlier, they were having their way with Alvin. Earlier, we mentioned that they were up over 30 points in that contest. They're going to travel to Pearland Dawson. Now, that's going to be a big game for Manville. But should Dawson get that win, it's really going to come down to the game against Dobie, and that's going to be at Manville on November 7th. The Longhorns, they have to hold serve. They've got to finish this one off. Then they travel to Rayburn, play Alvin at home, and then have to go to Manville and try and get that win. Return brought to Mackay Cowart, bringing it into Longhorn territory, and that's going to be first down at 10. That's where the Trojans are going to take over. Now for the Trojans, it doesn't look like that first win is going to happen here. They'll drop to 0-5. Pasadena Memorial also 0-5. They lost last night to Pearland 48-0. Now, for South Houston, their schedule looks like this. They're going to play Pasadena Memorial next week. That could be the game for them to be able to get the win. And you've got to think, if you're Coach Mayberry, if you can build now,
that's right,
you've got a chance to get that first district win. Because then it doesn't get any easier, because they got to go to Shadow Creek, and then they come back and they wrap up the season here against Pearland. So if you're South Houston, you really think your best opportunity is going to come next week against Memorial.
Yeah, definitely gets a Memorial, but that's a very feisty moment. That's going to be a really good ball game.
I would like to really see. It's a shame. I was hoping I would have that game, and alas, I don't believe I do, because I would really like to see how South Houston builds on what they've done here tonight. No gain on that play. 5:08 remaining, clock running, with the ball at the 47-yard line of the Longhorns, who are enjoying a 42-14 lead here late in the fourth period. Receivers to either side. Muhammad tight behind the line, and it's going to be a handoff and straight up the middle across the 45. That's going to go to the 44-yard line on the carry. And that's going to be a third down, as taking the ball, number 21, DeAndre Coleman, third down for the Trojans.
Yeah, much better job there by DeAndre Coleman, just getting north and south once he got the football. He didn't do too much dancing around the backfield. Again, let's see if the Trojans continue to build on that previous drive, try to get in the end zone here. 3rd and 7, but right now for the rest of the game, it's 4-down territory.
So 2 receivers wide to the left. That's number 28, Davion Washington. Muhammad in motion. Baker, play action, and he's going to take it around the left side. Muhammad trying to get the lead block, but going nowhere fast.
was Baker as he dropped in right around the line of scrimmage. Looked like that was, who was that? It looks like number 39? 39? 39, that'd be Giles Washington if it is. And no, 37 is going to be your number. 37, Orlando Gomez. Gomez with that tackle, 4th down for the Trojans. And you're right, it is 4-down territory. They are going to go for it. Baker trying to draw them off sides, but they were not biting this time with the Longhorns. Baker now with the ball. He's going to go straight ahead on a quarterback keeper, and he is going to get dropped immediately. Making a way back to behind the line of scrimmage with the Longhorns, and no gain. 1st down and 10. The Longhorns take over on downs.
Yeah, great job there by the Longhorns. Interesting that they showed pressure coming up the middle. They were showing more of a mug look, and that's when you bring your linebackers and to the line of scrimmage to create pressure on the A and B gap. And Baker tried to run it right into the pressure. That time it just was unsuccessful for South Houston.
No Buckner on that drive,
yeah.
So I wonder maybe if we've seen the last of number 23 this evening. It's going to be a handoff around the right side and across the 45 near midfield. That's going to be number 21, Tyler Owens, the sophomore running back. I tell you what, it's a 3-headed monster between Hodges, Taylor, and then all of a sudden, once those guys graduate, oh, here comes Tyler Owens. I mean, my goodness. I mean, they just got running backs galore down there on the Beltway. Owens, he's going to get the ball again around the right side, and he's got a 1st down and more as he goes out of bounds at about the 40-yard line. Move the chains, 1st down and 10 for the Longhorns.
Yeah, looks like that's number 23. 23. He's not listed on the roster, but young man's doing a phenomenal job running the field tonight. Here's
Absolutely.
Owens.
Now around the left side and across the 30 and cuts inside to the 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Tyler Owens. 40-yard touchdown run. And just like that, it is now 48-14. Longhorns with the lead.
Look at that, man. He is so excited. Tyler Owens, he's showing why he can be another lead back. Just so much, like you said, Shane, so much depth at the running back position here for Dobie. They had this depth for a couple of years. I remember 2 years ago when I seen him in the playoff against Tascasita, I was wondering, like, who's this sophomore DeMarcus Hodges? He was cutting up in that game, and then now here's DeMarcus Hodges, a senior, and you got Owens as a sophomore. So just a lineage of tailbacks here for the Dobie Longhorns.
Not to mention the fact that you've got Adrian Taylor, who's also a sophomore, who's getting some good carries for you. Man, the Longhorns are able to get it done on the ground. The point after there is no good. To give you an idea, here's your instant replay, and here it is for the sophomore running back.
Yeah, Owens just make first guy miss, and this is just all Owens here. Great down the field blocking as well. Cuts it up. Almost trips on his own guy's foot there, but able to keep his feet and hits his head on the goalpost, and he's going to let number 12 know about it.
Just like that, I tell you what, amazing run by that young man. The Longhorns have benefited from 7 rushing touchdowns tonight. It started with a 70-yard touchdown run by Marcus Jones on an end around. Then it was a 3-yard touchdown run by Adrian Taylor. Well, of course, DeMarcus Hodges, he's got to get his.
That's right.
A 60-yard touchdown run by that young man to wrap up the first half. And the Longhorns had a 21-0 lead. Then it's a 13-yard run by Marcus Jones on another end around. And then Titus Randall decided he wanted to get his name in the scorebook, so he gets back-to-back quarterback carries. The first time he gets into the game, he touches it, runs it in for 20 yards, not to be outdone by the fact that the next time they get the ball back, it goes to Randall. It's a direct quarterback run, 52-yard scamper for that man. And then Owens caps it off with a 40-yard touchdown run by himself, 48-14, Longhorns with the lead. And going backwards is number 3, Isaac De Leon. Just nowhere to go. Great kickoff coverage by the Longhorns. 2:18 remaining in this contest.
Yeah, this kickoff coverage here has done a tremendous job all night. here for the Longhorns. They have not surrendered a big return play. Anytime you see a team put up, close to 50 points, there can be a lapse on the kickoff coverage from time to time. But Dobie, they have executed on special teams, offense, and defensively throughout the night.
So 48-14 is your score, and South Houston going to be getting the ball again for the fourth time in this second half. We did not see Buckner at all on the last drive. Let's see if it looks like he is now back on the field. He did have a little bit of a break in the first half as well. There was a drive that he took off, which could be completely understandable because that young man is a physical, punishing runner.
Yeah.
And I guarantee you, everybody playing against him feels it on Saturday morning.
Oh, yeah, you definitely feel it. Anytime you play against a back like that, there's ice baths and all types of massages.
Absolutely. Buckner again, the aforementioned running back, he is going to get stopped, but not before he gets up to the 19-yard line. It's going to be a pickup of 4 on the play. It's going to bring up a 2nd down and 6. And I think that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. And let's see, it does. 2 minutes left to play in this one. It's all Longhorns, 48-14 on the Legacy Sports Network. High school football on LSNSports.com is a production of the Legacy Sports Network. Any rebroadcast or retransmission of this game without the express written consent of the Legacy Sports Network is strictly prohibited. 2 minutes remaining in this one, and it's going to be a handoff to Buckner. Buckner is going to get across the 20 to about the 22-yard line. 2 more yards for that young man. He has definitely done yeoman's work, yea, verily, again tonight. Over 20 carries in the contest for him, and he has definitely given everything he has had tonight. It's just one of those things where you got to think if Baker had been able to play the entire season up to this point, all of those rusty things, and I know we go back to it and we're beating that dead horse again, but just the exchanges between the center and Baker with a couple of misses to his receivers, you just got to think that the more reps he gets, the better off they're going to be for the remainder of the season.
Yeah, definitely. They're gonna clean a lot up, and they're gonna get, as you said, Shane, just a lot more reps come practice time, and they're going to be a completely different team moving forward for the rest of the season. You cannot take that 0-6 South Houston and compare it to that South Houston that you see today. They're a much better football team. I totally agree, and I think that's a very good statement. 55 seconds on the game clock, 24 seconds on the play clock. I don't think that South Houston is going to be in any hurry to get anything done here. They still have a timeout left if they would like to use it. 12 seconds, 10 seconds now on the play clock as they now get to the line of scrimmage. Looks like they're going to just snap it right when it gets to, or they reset it now to 25 seconds. Handoff, and Buckner is going to get a first down and more as he is dropped at the 33-yard line, and that, unless they elect to, will be the final play of the game. And he's got to be close to at least 80, 90 yards on the night.
I tell you what, if they don't run it again, they've ended it in fine fashion right there.
That's right.
That's going to do it for tonight. 5 seconds, 4 seconds. The Longhorns going to move to 2-3 on the win. They're going to go 3-4 on the season for South Houston, 0-5, 0-7. But I tell you what, Gentry, the Trojans really showed us something here that they can really build on moving forward.
Yeah, they definitely showed that they can be a good offense. They can run the football with with Buckner, and then you also throw in Lakeith Baker's playmaking ability from the quarterback position, and it seems that he has a great combo with Xavier Muhammad. They have a three-headed monster, and all these guys are juniors, so they have a lot to build on for the rest of the year.
As for the Longhorns, they get the win. They're still in a playoff contention, and of course with homecoming week, that means that at the dance tomorrow night, the punch is going to be sweet, the songs are going to be fun, and that date is going to be pretty as the day is long. Coach Fitzsimmons, baby, that's wins for you, my friend.
That's right.
I tell you what, a great game tonight, and as always, a lot of fun with Gentry, and I tell you what, it's going to be fun to see what the Longhorns can do going forward for sure. All right, guys, want to thank you all so very much for joining us here tonight. Your final score, once again, the Longhorns 48. The South Houston Trojans 14. You've been watching District 22 6A football on the Legacy Sports Network. Good night, everybody.